Pro Boxing Media, the Fighters Channel, the Trainers Channel, the People's Channel. Today we're here a little bit early with the special guest, Dewey Cooper. What's going on?
How are you, man? Pleasure to be here.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Been hearing a lot of great things about you. Never had you on here on the show, so I'm very happy and blessed for you to come on. I know you got a big fight March 8th with Anthony Joshua and Ngannou, and then salute to your performance with Ngannou and Deontay Wilder. I mean, not nobody, nobody could expect those type of boxing skills that you brought to the table for Francis. So I gotta give you your props to that. And welcome to the show, man.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. You mean Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury? That was October 28th,
That's what I said,
Riyadh,
didn't I?
Saudi Arabia. No, you said Deontay Wilder.
Oh,
Remember, Joseph Parker just beat Deontay Wilder. Um, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, the entire
my
world thought
mistake,
it
by
was.
the way.
Yeah, no problem. And I'm not trying to be a dickhead by
No, you
correcting
got to
you.
get it right. You got
Uh,
to get it right.
uh, Yeah, a lot of people thought it was going to be a wash fight, an easy fight for Tyson Fury, but they totally underestimated the champion that Francis Ngannou is, and just how special of a fighter he is, man. So we're blessed. We kicked off Riyadh season October 28th, 2023. Guess what? We're here in Riyadh right now, about to finish it off March 8th, 2024, with another exciting performance against Anthony Joshua. Let's go.
You also, what is your positioning in the Combat League as well?
Um, well, yeah, you see, I'm plugging Combat League right now with the interview. I'm the president of Team Combat League. Um, we're a company in our second year of inception. We're a professional boxing league company. If you don't know what Team Combat League is, guys, I guarantee if you love the sport of boxing, you're gonna love what we bring to the table of boxing. We're a new company, a new multi-million dollar company, bringing a new sporting concept and a new sporting format to boxing. We have teams, your city versus my city in a 28 round fight matchup. The thing about our format is every round of those 24 rounds are a different fight. So you have your heavyweights fight round two, your female welterweights fight round three, your middleweights fight round four, your female featherweights fight round five, etc. Each round is scored like normal boxing 10-9, 10-8, 10-7. Every round is tallied. At the end of a 24 round matchup, the team with the most points win. If you can't visualize what I'm telling you, imagine 24 single rounds, new matchups every single round. You get 3 minutes to impose your will, show your skill, and defeat your opponent in only one round. Our season one was explosive, exciting, entertaining. People loved it. We're coming back for season two starting March 28th. And man, it's getting bigger and better. We have more teams. We're going to be going global. And it's just a big ball of excitement. And people, you cannot have a boring fight with our new company, Team Combat League.
I'm actually so happy that you're on here because you're very you're popping right now. Real talk. I mean, yesterday I have a segment that I do a podcast with Zab Judah. We spoke
Sav's
upon
my
the
guy. I've been knowing
yeah.
Zab for years.
I know he told me. So we actually had a big segment upon a whole bunch of coaches and speaking upon the Combat League itself. So I have some questions just off of that alone.
Yes, yes,
Um,
sir.
as far as I think, do you have Team Boston this season?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's what
Because that's
Team
where we're from.
Combat That's what Team Combat League, TCL stands for Team Combat League. We're a professional boxing company. The teams are different cities right now around the United States. There's 12 teams. Let me name them real quick off the top. You got the Las Vegas Hustle, Los Angeles Elite, Houston Hitmen, Dallas Enforcers, San Antonio Snipers. Those are the West Coast teams. On the East Coast, you got some killers out there. By the way, Season one of Team Combat League, the defending champions, which means the best fighters in the United States right now are from New York City. The New York team won the championship in season one. So you have on the East Coast, first and foremost, the defending Team Combat League season one champions, the New York City Attitude. You got Philadelphia Smoke. You got the DC Destroyers. The head coach is Coach Barry Hunter there. You got the Boston Butchers. You got the Atlanta Attack, another great team with Sam Arnold and Mustafa, the coaches are there. And then you have the Miami Assassins Combat League. Each team consists of 24 boxers. There's men and women on the team, 6 weight classes for men, 2 weight classes for women. The women do fight 3-minute rounds, and we're on Box Rec. We're a professional fight company, and season 2 starts March 28th. It's going down, and I'm telling you right now, it's going to be action personified.
Two questions. Season one, was it on the box rec? Did it affect your box rec?
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you go to Box Rec, we have our own section, just like the bare knuckle boxing has their own section. On Box Recs, a boxer will have, like for instance, the 2012 American Olympian Michael Hunter was on the Las Vegas Hustle team. He has his own boxing record, of course, on Box Rec. But underneath that, it says Team Combat League record, and it'll show his record each fight, each show, what he did. And he was destroying everybody last year. So that's why I use his name. So yeah,
So it
we
won't
are
affect your actual professional.
no, no,
Okay,
because remember, guys, you're only fighting one round.
correct.
A professional fight is a 4-round fight. You're fighting one round, so it doesn't affect your professional boxing record or rating. But we're our own new sport, our own new boxing format. So it's a 1-round fight. Uh, and remember, let's say if you lose the round, it's not the worst thing because it's about the accumulative points of your team. If your team has the most points after 24 rounds in the competition facing another team, you'll win the fight. So of course we all have ego. We don't want to lose our round, but sometimes there's a greater good. As long as your team win, you win.
What would you have to say? Obviously, you made up this concept, right? The pros and cons to the league itself. Obviously, and also your background, Dewey. Like you was a professional fighter yourself with a couple combat sports. So, can you
Yes.
speak a little bit upon that, and then the pros to cons of how you thought your thought process is even doing this?
Yeah, in a nutshell, I've been training for 40 straight years now. I started when I was 9 years old, had my first fight at 10. Well, I started at the end of my eight. I was a month before I turned nine. That's when I started doing martial arts. My original art was Muay Thai, and I did Chinese Kempo, which I'm a fifth degree black belt in Chinese Kempo. I'm a Muay Thai world champion, 2-time kickboxing champion. Um, on the amateur level, I had over 147 fights. On the professional level, I have 92 fights combined. I did professional boxing also. My record was 19-3-3 with 11 knockouts. So I have 25 professional boxing fights and 4 mixed martial arts professional fights. So I've done boxing, kickboxing, and MMA combined, all professionally. Also, as a coach, I'm a 10-time world championship winning coach. I won 5 titles with Jessica Rakosi in 3 different weight classes. She was 130. She won the titles at 122, 126, 135. Jessica Rajan from Rakosi out of Canada. Bebu Shumanov. He was the first world champion of Kazakhstan. Yes, before Triple G. The first world champion in Kazakhstan was Bebu Shumanov. We won the light heavyweight WBA world title, and he became the first WBA super light heavyweight world champion. That super belt started with Bebu Shumanov. We had 3 title defenses, and then we got beat by Bernard Hopkins by majority decision. Third, I trained Jesse Vargas. When he fought Saddam Ali, the undefeated Saddam Ali, we went into that fight a 4-1 underdog, and Jesse knocked out Saddam in the ninth round. We captured the WBO welterweight world title in that fight, and later we fought Manny Pacquiao, and Pacquiao beat us in a decision. After that, 2022, my female fighter Jamie Miracle Mitchell came to Liverpool and
Jamie.
fought the defending Liverpool champion Shannon Courtney. We took her belt, WBA super bantamweight belt. So I won a lot. Oh, and then I won a kickboxing world title with the undefeated Amir Abdallah, who's now the manager for Caleb Plant, Badu Jack, all these guys. He's the promoter for Skills Challenge in Saudi Arabia. I was his coach. And then one more, Christina Fiera, the bare knuckle fighting championship. She won a world title with bare knuckle when I was her coach. So that's my 10th world title as a coach. Oh, and how am I forgetting? The last one, the biggest one, Francis Ngannou win the UFC heavyweight title. I was his coach when he won the UFC heavyweight strap. That's my 10th title as a coach. Not to ramble on about my credentials, but you asked me, sir. That's why I want everyone to understand that I'm a lifer in this fight sports, all of them, not just MMA, not just kickboxing, but I'm more pronounced in boxing than any of them, even though people consider me an MMA coach because I have so many guys in the UFC that I'm the coach for. And so the whole concept of Team Combat League, when the two co-founders met with me to talk to me about starting a new fight company, and we started brainstorming these ideas, the whole point was to think of safety, think of the fighters who aren't Olympic gold medalists and high recruits on Team USA and this sort of thing. We want to come with a unique concept. And in America, there's nothing bigger than team sports. You have the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball. These are the biggest sports in our country. So we came with the brainstorm of let's do a team format which encompass the cities and people that have camaraderie around their teams. And let's make it into more of the sport we love, boxing. So that's how it started out. And we really empathize with so many other past fighters with CTE, head trauma, and all these brain issues, fighting 12 rounds. Back in the days, they fought 15, etc. So we want to come with a format that was the exact replica of today's times. And this is the important part. In today's society, things are quick. Information at your fingertips. No one wants to sit for long events. Everyone has a short attention span. So that's what made us cultivate the idea of Team Combat League. We said, how can we keep them in a 2 hour or less format and give them nothing but raw excitement? And that's when it clicked. We said, we're going to do a team boxing concept, 1 round fights. 3 minutes. It's impossible to have a boring round when you got 1 round to impose your will and show your skill against your opponent. And that's what we done with Team Combat League. You got New York, you got Philadelphia fighting against each other in a 24-round matchup. Every single round are new fighters, new matchups, new weight classes. And at the end of 24 rounds, the team with the most points win. And if you know anything about Team Combat League, if you don't, go to Team Combat League's YouTube channel. We have a lot of fights from the first season. Click on any match and you're going to be hooked because they all are exciting. You cannot have a boring fight with our format, and those are the pros about it. And also, a lot of guys coming from the amateurs who aren't heavily recruited. We have team trials. You can try out for the team. You can make the team, and you can make money right now. And besides making money, we fight every week. You get real fight experience, real time. I know it's not 4, 5, 6 rounds, but you're getting your hands wrapped. You got to step out there in front of that crowd, get your name announced, and you have to fight at a ferocious pace. And the proof is in the pudding. I talked to all the guys from last season, all the guys that came from the amateurs to the pros. They loved it. They said they got vast experience, much more than what they would have got in a conventional, normal boxing career. So that's it, man. I don't
And
really see any.
the pay. A lot of people
Oh,
said the pay
absolutely.
was good.
As you get paid every week in the NBA and the NFL. Every time you perform, you get paid. Same thing here. And the pay varies as far as quality of fighter. It could be a six-figure deal. It could be less. But guys are getting paid way more than what they're getting paid in normal boxing, unless they're Olympic gold medalists with a huge contract from the big promoters for sure. I mean, and remember, they're fighting minimum of 4 round fights. These guys only fighting 1 round, making making more money than what the normal guys coming out of the amateurs going pro will make in a 4 round fight. So yeah, the pays well. We take care of our fighters. They're all insured. We take care of them. and it's just a great sport. We're only in our second season of creation, but we're getting bigger. We've already expanded teams. This year we'll be in each city where the teams are, so it's going to be really exciting, man. We have some sponsorship deals we got with companies like Venom. I mean, season two is going to be incredible, and we can't wait. It kicks off March 28th. That's only 3 weeks after Mr. Ngannou fights Anthony Joshua right here in Saudi Arabia. So, man, I have a great next few months. We got 2 weeks from tonight. It's the Ngannou fight versus Anthony Joshua. And 3 weeks after that, Team Combat League season two kicks off. And last thing I'm going to say, I got to say it. The Team Combat League Season 1 champions were the New York City Attitude. So, right now, as we speak, the best boxers in the entire country of the United States are them boys from New York City. Those boys and women from New York City right now got the best fighters in the country.
Mm. So now that you broke the Combat League down, and obviously I'll come back with you with another interview and talk a little bit more about the Combat League because it's very
Yes, sir.
exciting. And like I said, I'm a boxing coach, also in the amateur box at, and we had a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of coaches. Like I said, Zab, we talked about the Combat League for a whole 2 hours, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Pros and cons. So we'll get into that another segment.
Yes,
But you have, like I said, you're so popular right now. With you came up with a a new league, and you kind of shocked the boxing world by taking one of the biggest heavyweight champions in America. As far as everyone in the world believed that Tyson Fury was that guy. You know what I'm saying? Um, and now it kind of took away some shelter when it come down to the Usyk fight now too. So
yeah,
before we get into that, I know that you have a relationship with Tyson. Going into that first Fury fight, I overheard that Tyson said, "Yo, I seen him spar once. That's all I needed to see." What did you see doing? Do you also you're in different combat sports, so when that happened, it kind of took a hit to the boxing community, kind of. Can you speak a little bit upon that because you're in the middle of both communities?
yes, yes. See, the thing is, yeah, when Mike seen when Mike Tyson seen that sparring session he's talking about, yeah, Francis, you know, and by the way, it's really bad etiquette to talk about sparring, so I won't say any names or anything.
Hmm.
We normally don't talk about sparring. I'm an old school guy. I don't play sparring online like people are doing nowadays. Bad etiquette, in my opinion. But
Fact.
Mike Tyson said what he saw. He saw a devastating finish by Francis Ngannou. It was no surprise for me because several camps way before we got into this boxing thing, I've seen Francis knocking guys out so many times. And thing is, it's not the vision you're thinking. Like I remember old Mike Tyson back in the days when he was fighting, he used to knock his sparring partners out mercilessly, like really put it on them. Francis wasn't trying to knock his guys out; he just did. you know, he has
Naturally.
that type of power. He didn't do it with bad intention or it got heated like the video of Tyson Fury getting cut a few weeks ago. It was regular gentleman sparring, but the punch landed and the day was over. You know what I mean? So I've seen him do that so many times. But when Mike Tyson seen it, he said, "Yeah, I really like this." But before that, Mike and Francis had met years before, and Mike and Francis agreed if Francis ever did a boxing fight, that I'm talking 4 years ago before the Fury fight, that if it ever happened, Mike would come there and support him and help him if he could, etc. So they stayed true to their friendship and their word, and that's what happened.
Going into that fight with Fury, I mean, what was the game plan? What was the structure? Is that something that you can't kind of throw out there in the media because you might need something similar to that for Joshua, or is it a completely different fight?
It's definitely a completely different fight because they're two completely different fighters. Um, you guys know what Tyson Fury does. He's a highly faceted, high dimensional fighter. He can fight about three different styles. He can
Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. He probably just got a phone call. Oh, he's
Yeah. I took it off. I hate that. I got it on silent. Tyson Fury, highly faceted guy. He can get behind the jab and beat you from a long distance. He can go, mano y mano and brawl you out. Or he can go his dirty boxing, what I call B hop style, clinch you up, hit you in those blind spots, and break you down mentally before he actually breaks you down physically with frustration and his suspect tactics, if you know what I mean.
hmm
So we just wanted Fresh to have many styles. We brought in Cap several different guys to really give him different looks. So if any one of those cards were pulled by Tyson Fury, it wouldn't frustrate him. And that's what you've seen. People really underestimated, even though it was Francis's first boxing fight, he's had boxing trainers for a long time. I'm his coach, a multi-world championship winning boxing coach who does know the difference out of MMA striking and boxing striking, but you can mesh the two together well. Um, his other coach, John Mumba, who a lot of people aren't talking about. John's my guy. He's from France, and he's a straight conventional boxer as well. And so we put it together the right way. We just had Francis prepared for any style or any card Tyson Fury decided to pull, and we just knew that Francis is more athletic than what they would expect. He could fight from both stances like they wouldn't expect. And that's what he showed that night. And by the way, everyone on the team predicted a knockdown. I mean, we were not surprised by anything that happened in that fight. The only thing I will say, it was his first fight. And to fight a 10-round fight, your first fight, is really a hard task. Had the fight been 8 rounds or something, I think the fight would have been even more in our favor because we'd have released the chains and told him to go hunt. But we had to use a level of intelligence too because it was his first one and we didn't want him to gas out. So, we kind of told him to hold back a little bit. It wasn't just him being passive. He was getting that advice in the corner. And it wasn't the wrong thing, but we were looking at it to be more safe. That won't be the case this time. With the experience he got from the Tyson Fury fight, we know it can do 10. We've crossed that bridge. We'll never even go into a fight thinking like that again.
rematch is concerned, obviously the community looked at it very lopsided from every angle, even to LeBron James saying that Ngannou won. Do you feel like he needs that to bring that to the community before his career is ended? And there's obviously a lot of money tied around that rematch as well, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, the perfect world, yeah, because remember, I honestly felt like we won the fight. And if I felt like we didn't, I'd say, oh, Tyson edged it out. But I felt like we won it. So I was more hurt about it than Francis. I'll say that.
Hmm.
One
Um,
one thing of one thing about the fight is that, you know, when you fight someone, you're a boxer, you're a coach. There's an unspoken rule. When two dudes fight, that's in a 4 round fight, maybe not so much, but when you get some real time, 8, 10, 12, when the fight's over, spiritually, both guys know who won. You can lie to everybody else, but you can't lie to yourself.
Facts.
Tyson knew he didn't win that fight for two reasons. His demeanor after the fight. And who do you know in the history of fighting? Now, I can't think of one person, and this is something that people probably didn't know. In the history of fighting, how many guys won and retained? Well, it wasn't a championship fight, but he's still the champion. If you lose, it looks like you lost your belt. How many champions win a big, tough, competitive fight and refuse to go to their own post fight press conference?
Mm.
We had no post fight after that fight. That was a mega event. You have a UFC champion versus a boxing champion. It ended up living up to the expectation. It ended up going far beyond the expectation. The post fight conference was necessary. It should have happened. And him and his team refused to do it.
Mm.
And so they canceled the entire post fight press conference. Um, if you felt you won the fight, you're gonna go to the post fight and say it with your chest out, man. So it is what it is. One judge thought we won it like I thought, and unfortunately two didn't. So we have to live with that reality. However, if you're gonna lose anyway, if you're gonna lose in a way not to lose confidence and belief in yourself, this was the best way. Francis is very confident. He feels like he won the fight, so he's walking around with a winner's swagger. We feel like he won the fight, so the team is very confident with what he can do, his abilities, and his potential. And it's all going to come out 2 weeks from tonight, March 8th. The world going to see it. We expect victory on March 8th.
Um, you spoke upon that you believe that Anthony Joshua can't take the shots that Ngannou will be able to give him. Um,
Well, I didn't necessarily say that. Francis said
didn't you
that.
say that? I felt like you said that the shots that he has will. I thought you said that on the press conference. Honestly,
No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah. I said the flaming fist of Francis will finish Joshua.
it,
But
pretty
but
much,
but but
yeah.
remember. So I'm not necessarily saying he can't take it.
Mm.
I'm saying at some point, I see him not being able to overcome what Francis is going to bring. Francis and some people, well, not us, man, the whole world. Some people think he can't take as much as he give. I don't feel that way. But like I said, in Francis' case, he should feel that way. When you consider the hardest puncher in the world, tested, not just us saying it, he's punched the power cube harder than anyone else on the planet so far. And until someone punches it harder, he's the hardest puncher in the world. When you're the hardest puncher in the world, of course you feel you can put anyone's lights out. So that's the sentiment going into this fight. If Francis can land, he can end anyone. So it's not just like it's an indictment on Joshua because I feel Joshua is as good and strong as any boxing champion in the world. But and when you're Francis and Gunno, it don't matter how big and strong you are. If you get hit the right way, the fight's over.
Is there any advantages of coming from MMA to boxing when it comes to footwork and stuff like that? Because you guys are obviously we're always both on both toes. My thing was I was like the angles and the little steps that Wilder could, I mean Fury could possess as far as traps. You guys kind of neutralize that with your movements and stuff like that. Is there any advantage, or is this like this is your guy? This is what you guys train for? Because it looked completely like you're ready. And it seems to me that coming into this Joshua fight, you're not just looking just to, just knock him out. You guys believe, and the people believe that you guys can outbox
Yeah, well, see, that's a touchy subject because I do them all, right? And there is a such thing of MMA striking. But in my opinion, it's just my opinion, as an MMA coach who has several guys in UFC, I feel the basics of boxing, footwork, and when it comes to throwing punches, are by far the best. Period. I'll put a boxer against a Wing Chun expert. I'll put them against an MMA striker if they're just doing hands. I think the boxer will theoretically, put it this way. Boxing is a fucking, I'm gonna be real with you. Boxing is a refined art. There's no fluff. There's no wasted time. There's no spinning back fist. It's AB. Everything's out, everything's back. No openings. It's the quickest, closest point between two distances or straight line type philosophy. And I think those are the most effective, honestly. But remember, Francis knows boxing too. He's just not an MMA fighter. People look at Francis like he's just a normal MMA fighter. There's very few MMA fighters in this world that are Francis Ngannou. Actually, there's none. So maybe the rhythm threw Fury off or something, but I wouldn't necessarily say it was the footwork. It's just Francis being special, man. It wasn't necessarily that the MMA techniques were better than the boxing techniques, because I really don't feel like the MMA striking techniques are better than boxing techniques. I just don't feel that way.
him.
UFC last week, Taporia beat the best guy in the world. Volkanovski is by far the greatest ever do it in that weight class. All he did was stalk them, straight punches, right hand ends the fight. Taporia used basic boxing. Volkanovski moved around, footwork, switching stance, all this stuff, and got stopped in the beginning of the second round. So I'm not going to discredit boxing and say MMA makes it better. In a boxing fight, the boxer should be better. That's why all you guys thought it would be an easy fight for Tyson Fury. But you guys underestimated the person that Francis is. I really think the personnel, the person, the attributes, the lifestyle, the mentality, the DNA. and the confidence and belief in himself, along with having a great, astute team to help assist him, is what made what happened against Fury happen. Not necessarily him being an MMA fighter versus a boxer.
What did you get from your fighter, Francis, in the fight in the corner and after the fight is over and having conversations with him after the fight is over? What did you get out of those conversations as a coach?
I got a man who already knew it. See, we can. I say this all the time. We can lie to everybody else, but we can't lie to ourselves. How many of you? How many of us? How many of them have had their biggest moment where the whole world was against them and still had the strength, the intestinal fortitude, and the true belief to know you're going to be okay and know you're going to shock the whole world? Think about that. That's a difficult question. Everybody, your mama, your brothers, your girlfriend's parents, everybody think you're going to get beat. And for you to still know, not just believe, a little ounce of belief, but to know you're going to beat this guy and know you can compete and know that he's not better than you at what he does. How many of us have that? Not many, because we hear that white noise, we hear the static, and it starts to consume us. That's how we see so many guys back in the Mike Tyson era, real champions like Bruce Sheldon, who should have had the style to give Mike Tyson a lot of trouble, fall before he even get hit. Because that static, that the people's thoughts, what they figure would happen, consumed them. What I seen in Francis before and after the fight, a man who knew he was gonna do it, who 100% believed he was gonna do it, and wasn't even shocked by the decision because he knew he won the fight anyway. It's a big difference out of believing and knowing, guys. Francis knows. And until someone proves him wrong, he's going to continue to know. And I've seen it too many times way before this boxing thing. Francis tore his knee 3 weeks before his last UFC fight. He fought a guy from his same gym that he started at, from the same coach that had the great, brilliant idea of making him do MMA versus boxing, his original coach. Fought the guy who's supposed to be the nemesis style of him in the UFC. His first world title defense. He blows his knees complete. He blow his knee completely out 3 weeks before the fight. He still took the fight, beat the guy on one leg and fought 25 minutes on one leg, and beat a guy who knows everything about him with the coach that got him started. If that's not knowing versus believing, nothing is. So that's all I seen after the fight. Francis knew he could do it. We knew he could do it. Look at the interviews before we got receipts. We told everybody what was going to happen, man. We all predicted a knockdown early in the fight, and we all said Francis would win it, and it almost came totally true. And I'm so disappointed in those two judges because they really interrupted the world of having the greatest performance ever in the history of boxing for your first fight out. They really took a great historical moment away just because they took it like it was an MMA guy versus a boxer guy, and they didn't want the sport of boxing to look bad. It's
Yes.
crazy, but it's okay. We felt like we won
Are
the
you
fight.
prepared for
We
that
feel like we're
again?
undefeated, and we're coming for Anthony Joshua on March 8th.
Now March 8th, are you prepared for something like that, or you guys know you have to, not make sure it doesn't go the distance because of that?
You're good. You're good. All I can say is, man, in a perfect world, we'll win by dominant fashion.
Mm,
And that's anyone's, idea when they fight someone. We always want to dominate because we know if it's close, woo, those three decisions can be fickle, boy. It's like, woo wee, it's flimsy.
facts.
So
Well,
yeah, of course, we would all like to go in there and dominate. But when you got two of the best fighters in the world, when you have two champions, and remember, Francis Ngannou is a world champion also. Um, you got two world champions fighting against each other, two big, athletic, strong, hard punching guys fighting each other. It might not be a dominant victory. We plan on making it definitive. So that's going to be all depending on the resistance that Anthony Joshua gives. Hopefully, if it were up to me, he would give any resistance.
mhm. It might be half between these two fights. I think that Fury has better boxing ability and has a better chin. Showed that he has the most heart in the heavyweight division, I believe. This fight right here with Joshua, I do think he hits harder than Fury. Uh, but
100%.
but I also think he's chinny. Do you guys think he's chinny?
Like I said, I don't think he's chinny. I definitely don't think he's chinny. But remember, when you got power like Francis and Gunnar, they're all chinny, man. He hits clean, the fight's over. But I honestly, I'm not just saying this. I do not think he's chinny. I think, in my opinion, he's a more dangerous opponent than Tyson Fury. That's what I think.
Mm.
Why? Because he's big, athletic. He has a great foundation. He has cleaner basics, and he has punching power, and he has the body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All the old school coaches would tell you basics are what win fights. So this is not an easy task at all. But that's why it's high stakes. But yeah, that's how I feel about the fight. Sometimes these swaggy fighters and highly dimensional fighters like Tyson Fury
Mm-hmm.
kind of get lost in their sauce, doing too much, like the people want to say nowadays.
Yeah.
A good sturdy style, hands up, hard jabs, placing that right hand, putting the left hook behind it, hitting that body. Those simple things has won a lot of fights and a lot of championships historically in boxing. So we'll see. Francis will be ready for whatever it takes, though, because we're preparing diligently. Myself and Coach John Moomba, we're doing everything we can to have Francis leveled up and sharp and smart on all cylinders. So we'll see 2 weeks from tonight.
Joshua has moved around in different coaches in his career. He went back to his old coach in this fight with Waleem. Did you see a better Joshua in your opinion, or do you feel like that type of style um, is something that you could easily encounter, break the code off of that type of a style because it's a different type of a style, but this is a style that we are introduced to Joshua from the beginning. Is he a better
Yeah.
fighter
Well,
fighting this way?
well, if you're judging without thinking about the intangibles, the answer is absolutely yes. Because he looked great against Otto Wallen. We can't lie. He looked sharp. Then when he did the Hellenius Franklin, was a kind of difficult-ish match for him. So he had Franklin, he had Hellenius, he had Otto Wallen. You know, that was his body of work in 2023. He defeated all three of them. And his last fight, he looked really great. For a corner to stop the fight after a guy just got his nose broke is dumbfounding to me. I'm a boxer. I mean, so many guys get their nose broken in fights to stop it because of that. I don't know, but he looked great. Was it because he looked great, or was it because Otto Wallen was a familiar foe? That's the $1 million question. I don't know. I'm not gonna go there, but but to answer your question, I think it's a really good style for him. It's not a risky style. If people think he's chinny or whatever you guys say, um, he's definitely at the right place. Because going to America and training with guys like Derek and all that, they train like dogs. They come to fight. It's pressure. It's pressure gonna burst pipes. And when you start bringing that much pressure, you might get bursted yourself. So one thing about Joshua, guys, you guys can say what you want to say about him. He's a smart dude. He ain't a dumb dude. He's a very intelligent dude. So he did what was right for him. And we'll see if it pays off. I feel he looked really great his last fight with an asterisk by it. And we'll see what his style imposes, how it imposes difficulties on Francis. If it were up to us, it wouldn't impose any difficulties. We stop them in 2 rounds and get our hair raised and celebrate. But it may not be like that. But Francis is prepared, and we're 2 weeks away, so we're getting close. And I'm confident, and Coach John Mumba's confident that he'll be ready for whatever card or techniques or style that Anthony Joshua wants to present.
Who do you believe possesses a bigger right hand? Your man Francis or you know
Joshua,
Bomb Squad?
what you said him or Joshua, right?
Well, you can tell me who you think. I think your guy got the bigger right hand, but um,
But are you saying just that
I'm
between him
talking
and
about
Joshua or him and everybody?
or everybody, yeah. Because I mean, obviously, people say that Deontay Wilder has the biggest right
Yeah,
hand in
yeah.
history
I
of
mean,
boxing.
all I can tell you is training him sometimes is painful, and everybody think they want that job. Everybody think they want that job I got, but I'm telling you right now, it's not for the meek, and it's definitely not for the weak. It'll
Hell
be
no.
a dislocated shoulder bone or a
I
rib
was doing
cage
pads yesterday.
on
It was
most
hurting.
guys.
It was hurting. Yeah.
So I would have to say until I'm proven wrong or until I feel Anthony Joshua's power on the pads, I would say Francis Ngannou's punching harder. But I will say Anthony Joshua's definitely in that ballpark because he is punching harder. And that's why I view him a more dangerous fight than Tyson Fury
Mm.
because he offers stopping power. He offers, real stopping power that you have to take serious and can't run the punches with him either. And that's the intrigue of this fight. I mean, how many times have we seen two aesthetically pleasing, muscular looking heavyweights, both with good feet, both athletic, both from Africa, both cool, pleasant guys, not talking that felonious type crap? How many times have we seen this? It's gonna be a hell of a fight. And just stepping outside, looking at it, two big old muscular power punchers going at it. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. And in my mind and in our thoughts, our power puncher's gonna win. That's simple.
Watching Pro Box the other day, Polly and Chris, they were speaking upon, whoever can really move their opponent backwards could be the one that really takes the cake in this fight. What would you have to say about that?
Possibly, but not necessarily because there's been several fights where Anthony Joshua has moved and was maneuvered as such.
What,
So,
Andy Louise?
I got love for Paul and them. I know them, but they always want to discredit Francis and say that, oh, these boxers are gonna beat them. They talk reckless before the Tyson Fury fight. After the fight, they still say he did good, but he didn't win. I'm looking at them like weirdos right now. But all I can say is we'll see. There's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to cook chicken. You can make it fried, you can bake it, you can make stew with it. And that's how we're looking at this fight. Um, Francis will have more than one way to win this fight. He's not a one-trick pony. He's an athletic guy. And at the end of the night, we want Francis and Ngannou's hand to get raised. Because when he win, we win.
Mm.
That's simple.
I love it. I love it. Message. Do you have a message for the team? You know what I'm saying? Do you have, what type of fight do you think that the fans can expect March 8th?
You can expect a good fight for sure because Anthony Joshua is fighting for more than just a victory. He's fighting to one up Tyson Fury.
Mm,
That's all it is to it. And
mm,
that could propel him to be the best he's ever been, or that could force him to fall into a trap that he don't want no part of. We'll see. All I care about is Francis Ngannou and what he does. Our goal is victory.
mm,
Our goal is victory. No stress, just express. Take your victory, champion. That's all we're going to be saying. And until Anthony Joshua prove us wrong, that's our mantra going in this fight. Take your victory, champion, because
mm.
he is the champion. And I hope the boxing media put some respect on his name and understand that nothing has been given to him his entire life. Even this 10 10 number 10 rating by WBC hasn't just been given to him. Marcelo Suleiman didn't feel like being a charitable guy and just give someone anything. It was Francis' actions that compelled him to do what he did. So that's what this fight's about for us. It's going to be mano a mano, fire versus fire, two strong champions with punch and power fight one another, and one's most likely going to fall. And we plan on that being Anthony Joshua and Francis getting his hand raised and further putting the boxing world on notice that just because it's never been done doesn't mean it can't be done. And to let people know we ain't saying it. Francis is built different.
Mm. We got Usyk and what is it? We got Usyk and Tyson Fury. They're going to be fighting. As far as your prediction and your thoughts on the fight now, knowing that you went against Fury, and what are your thoughts on people that say also um, Tyson Fury didn't wake up for Ngannou? Do you believe that? I know you
Man,
heard that.
listen,
I know you heard that before.
yeah. That irritates me when I hear it because I'm a fighter. See, a lot of these people, like right now, look at your post. People say, "Oh, Booker T, this and that." Guys, I sound like this before Booker T. I had dreadlocks before Booker T. I've been like this since 1991. Pierce lip, dreaded up, same voice.
Oh yeah,
You know
you
what I
got
mean? This
pictures
ain't
when you
no
were
Booker
young.
T. I got love for Booker T, but I don't even watch that fake type of wrestling and stuff like that. I'm a real lifer when it comes to this fight thing, man. So everything about me is real. It's nothing about me is phony. Um, so when people say that, if this were Team Combat League, right? And Francis and Tyson fought 1 round, and Francis surprised Tyson and beat him 1 round, we might say, "Oh shit, he wasn't ready." You know, when you're a kid, you talk shit and someone smacked you, and you're surprised. You say you weren't ready. That may be the case. But when you fight someone 10 goddamn rounds, you got time to kick in your alter ego. You got time to get to working. It's impossible to fight someone for 30 minutes and not bring out your best. Period. So all you guys saying that dumb shit, stop it. I'm a fighter. I know. Sometimes you just get equaled or you just get beat. And that's it. And when you do, stop making excuses about it. You want to discredit Francis for having the best ever. And I'm getting close to the screen because I'm serious.
Let's get
You
it.
want to discredit Francis Ngannou for doing the best ever debut in boxing history by saying someone wasn't ready. Instead of saying, wow, he shocked me. I ain't see that coming. That was the best debut I've ever seen in boxing history. Wouldn't that make you feel better just to be wrong sometimes instead of making up excuses? Does anyone make excuses for you when you have a bad day? No, you take it on the chin. So stop doing it for him.
Hmm.
He had 30 minutes, guys. And you see what he did in 30 minutes.
No
And if
adjustments.
you feel Francis won the fight, Francis won the fight. Don't make up excuses why it happened.
Mm,
That's how it happened. And if they ever fight again, then you'll see how that plays out. But as we speak of this fight, there's no underestimating your opponent. There's not no being ready for your opponent when you had a 10-round fight against him.
fact.
Period.
Now your prediction on Usyk and Fury.
Um, I'm hoping that after we beat Anthony Joshua, that that Tyson Fury will win because you know the winners are fighting one another. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, you getting the winner.
I just I I just know Usyk is gonna pose a lot of trouble, and Tyson Fury better be ready. Usyk is a difficult task. He's a boxer. He's fast, and his output, and he got some toughness in because he's durable too. But if someone had a gun to my head, I'd say Tyson Fury's gonna get it done in a tough fight. He gonna start crowding him and grappling and laying on him and punching him and trying to frustrate him, and it might work. Especially if the referee's not breaking him and letting Tyson Fury get away with his shenanigans, which is what gonna probably happen. I think he'll eventually get in Usyk's head and squeak out a close decision in the fight.
Very competitive.
Very competitive. Um, Tyson's not stopping Usyk, man. Usyk is skilled. He's skilled, man, and he got a great gas tank, and he trains like a monster, from what I've been hearing. So he's gonna go the distance, and Tyson better be ready and take him real serious. But the size, people always say a big heavyweight beats a smaller heavyweight. Maybe those sentiments come true, but it will be a competitive fight for sure.
I mean, they're saying this is as big as Holyfield and Riddick Bowe. When you compare that as far as the hype and two undefeated, undisputed heavyweight fighters. I mean, speak upon that just off of the matchups and stylistically. Is it as big and is it as a competitive? What rises your hairs in the back of your neck a little bit?
Well,
Both
because there's two
fights.
undefeated fighters. The true intrigue about that is you got two undefeated champions fighting one another. That's always great. If it lives up to Riddick Bowe and Evander Holyfield, we're here for a tremendous fight. It's not living up to that billing because those guys were doing it different back then. I can tell you that right now. Those were great fights. All of them were great fights. So I don't see it being that, but I definitely see it being a star-studded event and a very intriguing event. It won't get to balls to the walls like Holyfield and Riddick Bowe did, man. Them dudes was exchanging power punches. Uh, no way it's gonna get to that because both of them have a level of skill, and Usyk has great defense and footwork and head movement. So he ain't gonna get in a knockout, drag out fight like that. You know what I
Mm.
mean? No way. No way. It won't be that. But it's still gonna be a great fight because you got two undefeated champions. Unification doesn't get much bigger or better.
Got two more questions for you, Coach. The latest yesterday's news. Um, David Benavidez moving up to 175 pounds to go get the WBC interim title to be a mandatory for Bivol and Better Beeve. What you think about him moving up to 175? And also, what do you think about Better Beeve and Bivol?
Wow. First of all, Benavidez moving up. Awesome. Unfortunately, he couldn't get that Canelo fight. That's the fight I want to see at 68. Unfortunate. Unfortunate for the fans. Historically, we've seen great Mexican on Mexican battles that were historically great fights that belong in the greatest matches ever in boxing history. So we were robbed of that. Um, him going to light heavyweight, I know he's a tall, big guy. We'll see how it translates. Because when you go to light heavyweight from 68, those boys are strong up there. Will his power have the same effect? We know his speed will still be good, but will his power have the same effect? And will he be as durable getting hit by guys like Benavidez and guys like this? All I will say, Benavidez is getting long in the tooth. Maybe it's perfect timing. Maybe we'll see. As far as Bivol and Benavidez, I see Bivol outboxing him and then getting caught. The pressure and the power of Benavidez, it's gonna look like Triple G and Canelo in that first fight. That's what I'm thinking. And if someone had a gun in my head, I would say Benavidez is gonna end up winning the fight with Bivol. As far as Benavidez, he was my favorite guy at 168.
But so that goes the
Hopefully,
distance
say again.
because Triple G and Canelo went the distance.
Yeah, with the distance. Yeah. But remember, people thought Triple G won the first fight.
Yep,
Is what
I
I'm
did too.
saying.
Yeah, me
And
too.
and, and I'm thinking if he were to fight Benavidez, I think Benavidez would probably win the first fight. You know what I mean? Uh, Benavidez would be Canelo. You know what I mean? Uh, that's what I'm saying, and that's why I compared the two. Um, basically, what I'm saying, simply said, Benavidez is the best guy at 75 right now. He gonna beat all them dudes right now. But I can see Benavidez if his hand speed stays and his durability stays, he'd have the perfect. He'd be the guy that could dethrone Benavidez. I don't see Bivol doing it. I see him winning the fight and getting caught.
Now you
Benavidez different.
Now you speak upon you wanted to see that David Benavidez and Canelo fight. Do you think that we'll get the fight ever?
Nah,
That's the
no,
one that
I don't
flips
think
us away.
so. I feel if we would have already. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Mm. Last question, Coach. Um, you know, my Michael Benson, top ranked reporter, speaks upon Frank Martin Tank Davis fight. Uh, what you think about the fight? Do you feel like that fight could possibly happen? He's saying that they both agreed. We haven't heard anything from the fighters, but just on the matchup itself.
Right now, I'm taking Tank against anybody.
Ooh,
Anyone near
talk
his weight.
to
I'm taking Tank against anybody because Tank could take it, and he's such a clean puncher and a great finisher, man. Remember, I seen Tank in the gym. I seen him working. He sparred some of my Uzbek fighters that I had. Tank's a dog, man. Tank's a dog. And one thing that people underestimate about Tank, he can take a licking and keep on ticking. And sometimes that's what it takes, man. Uh,
him. Yeah.
unless something happens uncharacteristic of Tank, I see him winning the fight.
Just like Ngannou, he could take it and he could
Yes.
dish it.
And remember, taking it is not what we want to do, but it's good to have that in your back pocket if it comes down to a dog fight. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, because you want to be able to turn the fight into different positions.
Yes, sir.
Especially
Yes,
if
sir.
things are getting hot, right?
Yes, sir. You
Uh,
gotta be able to handle it. Stay in that kitchen when it get heated. So, yes, sir. 100%.
how's Saudi? You've been there,
Man, Saudi Arabia is incredible, guys. Everyone needs to come here. It's beautiful. The people are super respectful. It's insane. Second time being here. We've been here for 6 weeks. We're gonna be another 2 weeks. It's incredible, man. I'm in a villa, 3 bedrooms, got a pool in the back. As far as VIP treatment, forget about it. It's beyond VIP. It's 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 crazy out here, man. You can't even
that's what
imagine
people are
it.
saying. Everybody that's going out there, that you guys are getting
Yeah,
the
yeah.
great
It's
treatment.
it's next level. It's beyond next level. Well, I
What's
feel like the
the
Super
next?
Bowl
Talk
champions
about the
right now, the
food.
way they
Like,
treat us.
give us what's so next level about it.
Prestige. You're getting a wealthy man's treatment, villas, security, food, any restaurant you want, all day, every day treatment. It's A plus, 100%, no cap.
Mm, mm. Well, Coach, I really appreciate you for tapping in. Was well overdue. I can't wait to get you back on again after the fight. Man, good
Yes, sir.
luck March 8th and all your career and in your company, man. I mean, you're doing a lot of things for the boxing community, and
Yes,
I'm,
sir.
I'm glad to have you on today.
Thank you. Last thing, everyone, please go to Team Combat League YouTube channel. Check us out. Get familiar. Also, any information, any questions you have, go to teamcombatleague.com. Send it to us. Check out the website. It explains everything. We have the most exciting boxing format ever in our company. Thank you guys for
Absolutely.
having me.
Absolutely. Oh, shout out to your social medias as well, Coach.
Oh, yes. Social media. My social media, Instagram is DC Black Cobra. That's DC Black Cobra. And also follow Team Combat League on Instagram.
Mm. Thank you,
See
Coach.
ya.
God bless, and on to the next.
Thank you. Bye.
See you soon. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Also become a member. The link is in the comments. We got Jose Benavidez. David Benavidez is pops. He texted me while I was doing the interview, so maybe I'll send him the link and see if he wants to come and join in and tap in with us. Just got to see where I could do this, man. But smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen, as well. Let me end this poll. Maybe this is what is stopping me from doing it. Okay, let me see. Okay, add guest. Yep, that's what it is. Copy link. Let me see. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Let's improve the visibility of the show. Um, you guys had Anthony Joshua winning against Francis Ngannou at a 60% out of 128 votes. Salute to the chat, man. Jackie Hernandez, what's going on? Blind Faith. Salute to the new member as well, Tanya. Salute. D1 Boxing Brief, what's going on? What's going on? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that interview. We got lots of boxing to talk about. We're going to get to Collins as well. Arnaldo. Arnaldo. Que lo que hay? What's poppin'? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. All right? If you can't find the like button, guys, press the three dots into the corner. It'll get you to the like button. All right? I just sent the link to Jose Benavidez. David Benavidez is coach and father, just in case want to tap in. He called me while I was doing the interview, but let's get into some of the topics that are on the thumbnail. and also get the call-ins as well. Um, all I need y'all to do is just smash that like button. So I did a video, guys. I don't know if y'all seen the video. I posted it. It was a mixture of interviews that I did with. I was gonna add the Frank interview that I did because he was talking about the sparring with him and Tank, and regardless of the fact, if you're a member, I'm gonna put the whole interview so you guys can check that out. All the members, I don't know if you guys noticed, but you guys have over 23 new videos up, and I'm gonna be dropping another 23 more by the end of this week to get you guys some, just interviews that I've done in the past as well. That little things that these guys say come into fruition. So it's nice to hear about that, just to let you guys know. So for all my members, you guys get that exclusive content. For the people that want to become a member, the link is in the comments. All right. So let's get to this. All right. Salute to Bud Cheddar. What's going on? So an oldie but a goodie. What's the oldie but a goodie? All right. Um, Now let's do another poll and let me know what y'all think as far as stylistically when it comes to Frank Martin versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Who wins this fight? Okay, who wins this fight? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All right, Frank or Tank? That shit rhymes, right? Frank or Tank? Frank or Tank? Okay. Now, my question to y'all: y'all believe it's gonna happen? Is that an oldie but a goodie? What's oldie about it? The interview? I mean the sparring match. They're Frank Martin's a little bit older. What makes Frank Martin and Tank an oldie but a goodie? Because that was the Calvin Ford's hint to us, right? Now, remember when I did that Shakur Stevenson interview and I asked Shakur, okay? I just dropped the last video, guys. So the last video, check it out. Yeah, once you're done on the live, all right? So check it. I asked Shakur, is Frank Martin really a duck? Is he really a duck if he's trying to get that Tank Davis or Pitbull Cruz fight? Boxing is more of a business now than it ever was, ladies and gentlemen. So once we understand that, we will get less into why we need these fights right away. Now, don't get it twisted. As the people, as boxing content creator, we want to go out there and apply pressure all day of the week, all day of the week. So keep them comments coming, keep them likes coming. I understand. We want to see the best fight the best, you know. But I'm getting so many different comments, man. Like, oh, Frank, like people are not even happy if the Frank Martin is happening. Now, another thing too, guys, we haven't seen Frank Martin talk about it. We haven't seen Davis talk about it. We haven't seen them post about it. Nothing, nothing, right? We're going off of a reporter from ESPN. Has Tank ever fought in ESPN, ladies and gentlemen? Yo, listen, ladies and gentlemen, boxing media is like the internet when it comes to Trump. You know how like certain presidents can control the narratives of what's going on the internet. When you search something, something won't pop up because they got the control. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me tell you guys something. Stop being fooled. You guys are getting fooled all the time. Relax. Hold your horses. Hey, you know what? What I like about it is that we can keep talking about boxing every day. And I'm cool with that. But I'm not gonna go out here and really, and I'll go stylistically. We'll break it down. We can do all that. We can do all that. We can have fun with boxing. I don't mind that. I don't mind doing that. But to go out there and say the fight don't happen and then somebody ducked, like that's what happens. That's what happens, and then we get in mad. Oh, he dunked, yo. Cause here's another thing, right? Here's another thing, right? Eddie Hearn goes talks about a tank contract, right? For Connor Ben. First, they offered him a $25 million guarantee. Then in the same interview, he throws out three different numbers: a $15 million guarantee and a $10 million guarantee. But he was basically saying that the guarantee plus the back end and everything else could equal up to 25, but it's not guaranteed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, does this make sense? I just made 30 plus or 40 with Ryan. You are giving me a 25, a possible 25, because that's what it's looking like. It's looking like you can make 25 mil. After listening to the interview, it didn't look like it was a $25 million guarantee. It looked like it was like that you can make 25 million. All right. That's how I approached it. I listened to the interview carefully with Eddie Hearn. That's the person you're supposed to, that's the guy that's throwing the offers in. And it just didn't look like real to me. You know what I'm saying? Now, even if it's real, and the reason why it doesn't feel real to me is that, like, why would you throw an offer like that when he's doing business with his peoples already? Right? Why should I cutthroat my peoples, right? To work with you because you want in, right? Now I understand. I understand. Tank tweeted and said, "Let's make the fight happen." I understand, but that's a test. How much you offering? That number wasn't enough. That number wasn't enough. If I'm go, yo, you ever seen them commercials when the fast food joints that you drive up? Then you got one of these content creators that pulls up with like 50K or some shit and says, "I'll give you this right now if you quit your job right now. Matter of fact, you're gonna have to come through the drive-through window, get your whole body out, and come into this car and grab this and let's go." It's like that. And you be thinking, you're like, all right, it makes sense. I'm gonna grab the 50K and I'll probably get another job next week and I'm lit, right? I'm 50 up. But this is not the case. This is not the case here, right? This ain't the case. So I like, and then we gotta get into so much other stuff. Everyone be like, "Yo, listen, Mills, everything that you do, you talk about Devin Haney and this and that." But you know what? He does too many. Bill does too many interviews to the point that I have to say certain things, so I have to say it, obligado, right? So I got a lot from certain interviews. And you guys can go check them out and you can go tell me what y'all think and hit me in the comment section about it or not. But what we gotta do is take what these guys say and hold them accountable for it. Cause I'm going to. You know what I mean? Listen, let's go into let's stick with Tank because I'm gonna go with that at the end. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go with that at the end. But let's stick with the Tank and the Frank Martin situation. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 84% believe that Tank wins the fight. Let's get these likes up, guys, and let's get these votes up, okay? So that way we could just get into another poll because that's exactly what we need to do. We need to talk about, do you guys believe? I think instead of talking about, I'm about to end this poll. Matter of fact, instead of talking about who wins the fight, let's talk about, do y'all believe that fight's gonna really happen? How about that? Let's just do that. We over here talking nonsense right now, right? Who's gonna win? But yeah, I think Tank got a great opportunity to really showcase a home based type of a fight. And people talking about, oh, he hasn't fought nobody light darker than him. He hasn't fought a non flat footed fighter. Well, Frank Martin, he checks all that. So that's why I don't mind the fight. Now you got other guys that saying, "Oh, I don't want to see that fight. That fight was good for Shakur, but that fight ain't good for Tank." Ah, y'all too much, yo. Y'all too much, yo. Y'all too much, yo. Real talk, yo. Nobody can catch a break, bro. Nobody can catch a break, yo. And I can't wait till it's all said and done, and it's all done, and be like, "Ooh, knocked everybody out. We were talking mad shit." Anyway, does this fight happen? All right. Does this fight happen? That's what we need to talk about. Question mark. Does this fight happen? Um, Frank versus Tank. This is a yes or no. This is a yes or no. All right. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Get into the polls. Also, get into the like. I need like 100 likes, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, let's get it. Let's go. We had a great interview with Dewey Cooper, Francis Ngannou's coach. That was a special for y'all. And now we got some more specials for y'all, man. Trust me, man. We got Jose Benavidez as well. If he's not tapping on this session, this segment, uh, we'll be doing another one tonight because he told me already that he told me to call him, so I'm gonna call him. You know, I just sent him the link just in case he pops in. He pops in. You already know. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media. The Fighters Channel, the Trainers Channel, the People's Channel. That's right. That's right. Stop playing with me. All right. So, and listen, I like the energy that people want to fight. So if this poll comes off of like, all right, this is gonna happen, then this is good. This is good news. Cause I want the fight to happen. You know what I'm saying? I just don't believe that the fight's gonna happen off of what the information that we just got. You know what I mean? That just on me. You know, how many times have I dealt with this with Tank? And I stay quiet. I don't even hit up. Kenny or Calvin for this shit. I don't even bother them. They know I don't bother them. They don't. They know I don't bother them for this type of stuff. It's been happening over and over and over and over and over. But it is what it is. Remember, he was gonna fight Chris Colbert. Remember that. Remember he was gonna fight Gary. Remember that. Remember he was gonna fight Subiet. Remember that. Like, come on, stop it. Y'all just trying to make money off of content. I was trying to tell my boy the other day. He's like, "Yo, is Tank gonna fight Subiet?" I was like, "No, bro." He's like, I know, I can find the truth with you." I was like, "Yeah, bro. You get less views talking the truth. You get more views lying, and that's how it be. It's all right. That's why we're gonna stay true to us, though. We're gonna stay true to us. None of that. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Easy fight for Tank. Hey, but the good thing about it is that like I said, get into that next video that I dropped. Like I said, is this the reason why? Is this the reason why Frank didn't fight Shakur? Ladies and gentlemen, is this the reason why Frank Martin did not fight Shakur Stevenson for that, what, 1.1? 1.1? And I knew it because Frank said all I needed was that point 0.5. All I needed was that 500K extra. And I would have took the fight with Shakur. But you know, Bob with Top Brand, they're like, this is for WBC limit. This is for WBC vacant title, man. It's your opportunity. You know what I mean? I ain't throwing the bag at you. That's how they came at him. That's how they came at him. Well, you know what happened? Al Heyman said, Frank, what you doing over there, buddy? Yeah, I'm seeing some negotiations over here. They didn't want to approach you or anything like that. But what the hell are you thinking, buddy? 1.1? When you could be fighting Tank for like 2.5 or some shit? Possibly. Possibly. This is for a title. This is for the WBA title. Ladies and gentlemen, this ain't just a regular Tank fight now. This ain't a regular Tank fight now. Y'all wanted titles? Well, here it is. Here it is. You can't be mad at it because when Shakur Stevenson was going to fight Frank Martin for the WBC vacant title, so you can't be mad at Shakur. I mean, you can't be mad at Tank. You can't. Y'all value Shakur, you gotta value Tank, right? Shit, Shakur values Tank. Why don't y'all? Oh shit. Oh shit. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Frank, still fresh skin. Can't take a L too soon. Mmm. Like you said, boxing is more of a business, and who knows if this fight happens or not. Tú me entiendes, brother. Tú me entiendes. Like, you gotta understand. Like, this is why that's why I always say, yo, listen, I accept all casual fans. If you guys say something negative about me, that's why I be saying some crazy stuff in the comments because people be coming for me sometimes. And I'll be, you know what I mean, straight my theist ass right on there. But in the same time, I give a lot of people the benefit of the doubt if they're not disrespectful. If you're disrespectful, you're gonna get it. But if you're not disrespectful, I'll let a casual fan say little things, little things, little things, little things until they be like, "Oh, my bad, Mills." Because I've seen it so many times in the comments. My bad, Mills. I was in my feelings, Mills. I'm okay, bro. I'm your therapist. I understand. You come over here to get your zen. You know what I'm saying? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Come over here and get your fix. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get into the call-ins right about now, and then also, I can't wait for this Jose Benavidez interview as well. Senior, the coach. You know what I mean? I haven't spoken to him in a long time, so I like to get some facts. Obviously, David Benavidez moving up to 175 pounds. Interesting. So can't wait for that as well, right? Smash that mother effing like button, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Frank86 en la casa. ¿Cómo estamos, papi? We always keep it real over here. We always keep it real. It's always been like that. Everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me get the call-ins right here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get the call-ins. Smash that like button as well, right? So, all right, we are live on Mill City Boxing on Instagram. So if you guys want to call in, you go to Instagram Live, Mill City Boxing, and you can call in right now. All right. Shout out to everybody in the panel as well. Subscribe to Mill City Boxing on YouTube. Smash that like button. What's going on, Coach Calvin? What's going on? All right. Phone lines are open. Phone lines are open. We got caller coming in. Caller coming in. Once again, smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Become a member. The link is in the comments. Once again, salute to everybody. Salute to everybody. We doing that boxing talk that y'all love. You know it. What's going on? What's going on, my guy?
What's up, my brother?
How we doing?
Man, listen, it's one thing I gotta get off my chest, bro. Bother me. Bro, it was one thing y'all was speaking on right quick about that Anthony Joshua with the trainers, bro. I really, 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 really hate the way he moved with that whole situation with Derrick James. But if you look at his game, bro, I promise you can see the Derrick James in him. Like, if you really pay attention, I feel like he came over there, got a few gems, and then dipped out. If that make any sense.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Because, like, these past two fights, bro, if you
But what are those gems you speak upon? What are those gems that you see?
Just if you pay attention, like the way let's start with Derrick James heavy on the jab. Let's start he's heavy on the jab. Anthony Joshua, if you know, like his past fights, he'll go away from his jab. Like he really will go. He won't use his jab to set up as the fight go on, and and fatigue set in or whatever. He'll go away from the stick. He won't stick to his stick like he supposed to. And I feel like Derrick James really stamped that, like, yo, we're going to stick to the stick, and we're going to also use the stick to set up. We're going to work the body way more. He works the body way more than he ever has. Way more, bro. And if you disagree, chime in on that. He works the body way more than he ever has.
Yeah, he's been stabbing to the body.
Right. You can see that Derrick James in him. And I just hate that, for Derrick James, like, you came over there, you got some tools, you stole the tools and ran and put them back in your toolbox and fled the scene. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. I really hate that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day.
But what about the bright side? I mean, he had a great performance with Waleem. He went back to his old coach.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, if he gonna go to anybody, I would rather him go back to the original team. So with that being said, it's like I still respect that too at the same time, but I just don't like the way the whole situation happened. And maybe it could have been it could have been just the whole thing with, I'm over here in a whole nother, country and you over there. So it could have been one of those things too, where they couldn't really lock in the way they really needed to lock in. But as a standpoint for me, I'm coming to bat just feeling like I didn't like the move. Me personally, I feel like Derrick James. I feel like Derrick James sharpened them up, and moving forward, I hope he continues to do that. But in my opinion, I don't think Anthony Joshua gonna win this fight.
So talk to me. What you get? Did you get something out of the interview that make you feel that way, or is that like post interview?
Something out the interview. I got that out the interview, and I felt like from just
last performance,
just the styles, bro. His last performance was great.
Exactly.
But you gotta go off. Okay, his last performance with Buddy that fought Fury too. Like he got some things he gonna be able to sharpen up on. He's gonna come to this fight different too. You know what I'm saying? He got more time to really sharpen up his boxing skills. You know what I'm saying? I think like that power, bro. He possessed that power, and I mean, come on, man. We seen Ruiz. You seen what he did to Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, in my opinion, is chinny. I don't feel like he can take that. If you hit him with a clean shot,
you think Dewey thinks he's chinny, but he was being respectful?
Yeah, he was just being respectful. He was supposed to, and also he didn't want to. We about to fight, and we don't want to really say too much.
Because they've been respectful all the way out.
Yeah. He don't want to say too much. That's what I got out of it. And then last but not least, Tank.
We gotta go.
Frank.
Well, before you do that, right? What you think about David Benavidez? Going to 175, and shout out to Jose Benavidez Sr. We're going to be having him on today as well. So, what do you think about him moving up to 175 to go right away to get that? Oh, matter of fact, speaking of the devil, here he is right here, Jose Benavidez.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. I think
Jose.
What's up, amigo? What's going on, guys?
¿Cómo estamos, bro? How you doing?
Aquí estamos, man. Up and down, bro.
Get that work. I'm out.
Sounds good. Thank you for joining the show, Jose. We were actually just talking to Ngannou's coach Dewey Cooper, but we ended up getting this great news. You guys are moving up to 175. How you feel about it?
Man, we're super excited to be moving up to 175. We'll be fighting what's his name? I forgot his name.
That's just hard to pronounce, bro.
Yeah, the 175. We're fighting for the interim WBC title at 175. We always said that, that we wanted to fight Bivol Beterbiev. So now I think that's a great opportunity to be mandatory in both weights, 168, 175. I think that's a great move. There's a lot of things going on at 168 right now. So we don't want to be part of that circus right now.
Right. What kind of like got you to be like, all right, this is the move? Like, was it a weight cut? Was it just the Canelo fight?
No. You know what happened is that our past 4 fights, you guys seen that David has no problem. He's under the 168 pounds. Not no struggle, no nothing. But right now, we're not gonna sit here and wait. Until who do we fight? You tell me. Morrell doesn't want to fight.
You there, Jose? He just got a call, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Once again, guys, like I said, this is one of the hottest boxing YouTube channels. So make sure you guys go out your way, subscribe to the channel, become a member, go the extra mile, support the channel, give me the high level pro boxing media, fighters and coaches. I know he just got a phone call, and he'll be back real shortly. Once again, guys, become a member. The link is in the comments. Also, do you guys believe this fight's gonna happen with Tank Davis and Frank Martin? Leave your comment in the comment box, and also place your vote. as well. You know what I mean? Place your vote. Nevertheless, obviously, we got our new guest coming in, so we might as well start talking about David Benavidez first, and then we could just chime in and speak a little bit more upon Tank Davis and Frank Martin afterwards. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen, as well. Let's improve the visibility of the show. I would really appreciate you. Um, every help, everything helps. Everything helps. You know, to become, to put in a lot of work with the YouTube. It's a lot of work, and sometimes. Yeah, I'm there. Can you come out and come back in, Coach? Because I can't see you. All right, perfect. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, subscribe to the channel, become a member. The link is pinned into the comments. Um, right on, right on. All right. Any questions, guys? Super chatties, you know what I mean? Always welcome. Super chats are always welcome. All right, Coach. So like you were saying, you can hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Like I was saying, the reason we went up to 175 because we weren't gonna stay there to wait, and we were saying before we would love to get the opportunity to fight Bivol Beterbiev,
Can you repeat that, Coach? You said that you get more money fighting Mungia?
that's no problem. And then they disappear. I think they just said that so they can say that they try to make that fight.
Wow, wow. Because they've had some as far as some information that's been told. What they said that they sent Samsung sent a what $55 million proposal for Canelo. Did you hear anything about that?
Yes, that was what I was told. That's what they offer him. Now his trainer, Ari Reynoso, said that he's never been offered a fight with David. Not Top Rank, not Al Heyman, nobody. Come on, bro, really? So, I mean, that's hey, we've been wanting to fight for 2 years, and nobody has reached out to them. What happened to the other negotiations, so I think it just this is just, man, it's becoming a mess, but we're here to face anybody. We're here to face whoever. Now we're focused on Boslik, Bosek or whatever. We're
Hmm.
focused on him, to be honest with you right now. uh, we agreed to fight him. We're ready to go. I think we're going to fight the first week of June. If the fight doesn't happen with Canelo in May, maybe we could take that date, because he doesn't have an opponent yet. So we're ready. We're ready to keep proving ourselves, we're not going to sit down here and wait until whoever they want to, whatever they want to do,
When Canelo made that comment upon he's gonna fight an American fighter, then there was comments of saying that he's gonna fight Mungia. Uh, when you heard the American comment, did you feel like it was you guys after hearing what
No, we knew
Charlo?
we knew who the American guy was, Charlo, and he's like, "Fuck that! Nobody has told me nothing. I'm partying, I'm drinking."
Right.
So I think that's what they wanted to do for him to keep partying and doing all that. Maybe give him like about 3-4 weeks of notice because of course he's gonna probably want to take that fight with all that money, and fight him. So I think that those are just advantages that they wanna they just want to make sure they win.
Yeah.
They so. I mean,
Because
at
there's
the end of the
plenty of
day,
time. There's plenty of time.
Yeah,
from
we're ready.
May
Like I
4th.
said, we were ready. We're ready. Whatever happens, we're here. But right now, like I said, we're focused on Boslick, and that's what it is. So, uh, but anything can be done. Like I said, we're ready to go. That's the fight that everybody wants to see. Uh, I mean, there's so many talks here and there, and let's fucking make that fight, bro. No more excuses. Let's make that fucking fight. We're willing to take the minimum. He can take all the money that he wants to take. Go ahead, take all the money. You deserve it. He's worked hard, so we just want the opportunity, man, and we want to give the fans what they want. So we're ready. We're ready to go.
The majority of the boxing world, they do want to see your son and Canelo go at it. But when we hear that he wants to fight May 4th, do you feel like Munguia is more of an attraction on that date? I know that you guys are more both Mexicans, but like, do you feel like the Mexican culture embraces you guys like they embrace Munguia?
Well, I think
Because
we're the
this is a
better
money
fight.
game.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, everybody wants to see David. Mungia had a great fight. He looked great, but he's not up there. I don't believe that it's a better attraction. Benavidez, Canelo, that's the fight. No matter what, that's what it is, and everybody will be more excited about that fight. But he can fight whoever he wants. I don't know who's gonna pay to.
Like the reporters were saying upon like what Canelo was getting offered for the Munguia fight, um, a lot less of a guaranteed when it comes to the fights with you guys, but also the opportunity to make that number in pay-per-view. Do you also feel like, hey, um, numbers numbers speak for themselves, and if you're not taking the guy that's that you're making the most money, you're completely ducking at this point in time in your career.
You take all the money. We now. I mean, money is important, but at this point, we want the opportunity. We want the opportunity. It doesn't matter. Like I said, you take all the money, pay as like the minimum that you can do. Don't worry. Let's not talk about money. Let's make the fight happen. You know, put the money to the side. Take all the money. Don't worry. No problem. Let's make it happen. So what is the problem then? You'll be making more money that you have ever made in your whole career. If you're not afraid, tell me what is it then? You know, now all the fans are coming to the side. Believe me, I'm so happy because we have so much fans now coming to the side and believing in what we do, and supporting David Benavidez. We're happy with that, man. We're proving ourselves that we're not afraid of nobody. We'll fight anybody to prove ourselves. I'm not saying that we're the best, but we want to challenge ourselves and try to give you guys good fights, and we've been doing it. So we David has already proven himself, that he's ready to fight whoever, and we're not ducking nobody. So uh, there's nothing else we could do, At the end of the day, uh, Canelo has all the belts at 168, and if everything goes well, on March they're gonna strip him out of the WBC. I hope they're fair and they do what they said they're gonna do, and then we'll come back and fight at 168 again. But until then, I don't know what's gonna happen. We're not gonna sit here and wait until see what happens.
So, two-part question: how does it feel to be ducked by the face of boxing? And
Oh my God, you
and
have
then the
no
second
fucking idea.
and then
You have
the second part of that is you put yourself in a position to take this fight now so you could possibly have room for May 4th?
Yeah, you have no idea how do I feel, man. A guy that didn't come from nothing, bro, from not knowing anything about boxing, and having two sons that are world champions, and having a good stable like Diego Pacheco, uh, Julio Porras, Daniel Blancas, and Rayo Valenzuela. Man, it's unbelievable, to be dug by the best in the world, the face of boxing. You know, we must be doing something good, man. We're gonna continue working hard, and we're just not afraid to take challenges, man. If we lose, we lose. At the end of the day, a loss is not the end of the world, but we want to give the fans the fights that they want to see, and that's what we're here for. And Team Benavidez, it's always known by fighting anybody. Look at, I would love to fight Tank, even though I know Tank is at this point is better than Jose Valenzuela. But fuck, Jose Valenzuela wants that fight. I told him, hey, let's take a little tune up first, maybe one or two, and then he wants it now. So we're not afraid. We're not afraid to face the monsters of the division.
Do you
So
believe that you guys get that fight with Tank?
I don't know. Anything could be possible. Uh, that we'll take it in a heartbeat right away. It's a tough fight. It's a very dangerous fight, but that's what he wants to do. But I don't know. I hopefully they pick him or whatever. But I think Valenzuela is ready to get in the mix there with everybody at 135, 140.
I'm surprised you guys didn't have any news because it's been a while. I mean, I talked to Ryu, and he said that you guys were supposed to get some news.
Yeah, yeah, we're working on it. We're waiting. Like I said, we're waiting. We're waiting. We're the most fearless team in the world right now. I mean, like, even though, man, shit, we're here.
Do you,
Let's make it happen
do
with
you
all of
feel
us.
like do you
With Diego Pacheco, fuck, man, we've been trying to get that fight with
Berlanga?
Munguia, Berlanga, whoever too. Come on, like shit. What's happening here? You know?
Um, News. We'll get right into that too. But they're saying news possibly Michael Benson says Top Ranks reporter says that Frank Martin could be the name for Tank Davis. What do you think about that fight?
That's
Obviously,
a
you
great
want
fight.
Ryu to have the fight.
That's a good fight. That's a really good fight. I think. Yeah. I mean, I can't wait if that happens. Tank. Has proven himself. Different styles, different people. He's done great. He's been active. It's a great fight. Whoever Tank fights is going to be a great fight.
Mm. Do you favor anybody in that fight?
Well, I will have to go with Tank, to be honest, because he's been more active, and he's been adjusting to every style that comes in. I remember when he was fighting Leo Santa Cruz, Leo Santa Cruz was doing really good. He just came out with that uppercut when he was fighting Rolly. Boom. When he was fighting Garcia. I mean, he's he's very smart. I'm not saying that Martin is not smart, but he's just proven himself a little bit more. And it's a tough fight, but just because of what he's done, I'm gonna have to go with Tank. But it's a great fight. It's a very dangerous fight.
And you told Ryu that you would have rather had a tune up before having Tank.
Yeah, yeah. Just so he can get a little bit more comfortable in there, and but he's an animal. He wants to fucking go now, and I gotta do whatever they say. But
Yep.
if it was for me, I would, maybe take a tune up or two. But at
Absolutely. Absolutely. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. We got the one and only Jose Benavidez Sr. Um, you know, my question to you here is now, I had Ryu on here and everybody was speaking upon the rematch with him and De Los Santos. I talked to him. He wants to fight with De Los Santos. He also said to me that De Los Santos has been in his inbox, really bothering him. Even when he got that KO win from Colbert, I guess De Los Santos messaged him the same day. Um, that rematch, how soon do you think, and do you guys speak upon it? Hold that thought. Hold that thought, Jose, because your service is a little bad, and that's a good question. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, you just it's staticky. Can you come out and come back in? For oh, now you're getting better. Wait a minute. Yeah, you could just come out and come back in. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Mills from Mill City Boxing. Home of the high level pro boxing. Me to become a member, guys. The link is in the comments. Appreciate the support. We just hit 20 members, so we're trying to get up to 40 members so we could start up something new. All right, we got some great surprises for you. All right, you back, coach? Yeah, yeah.
Come stronger, or you're broken down, you know. And I believe that these guys, you know, what happened to David in the past, you know, made him stronger, made him hungrier. And this is the same situation here with Rayo Valenzuela. He wants to face whoever. He don't give a fuck. Just give me a name, let's win, and let's make it happen. He don't care, you
But
know,
Edwin De Los
whoever.
Santos specifically, what have
Yeah,
y'all
I know,
spoke upon it?
and that's what I'm saying. Anybody, De Los Santos, you know, my respects to De Los Santos. He wants to get that revenge back. He wants to go with whoever. So at this point, you know, whoever they decide to give him, he'll accept right away. He won't even think about
Right. Um, Diego Pacheco. I feel like he's coming back in the ring real soon, right?
it. April 6th, Las Vegas, Nevada.
You know, he's ranked very high. What organization is WBC?
He's ranked like number 4 in the world, in various
But I thought
divisions.
he's like ranked number 3 somewhere, some organization.
Yeah. No. He's up. Yeah, he's up in different three, fours. He's up there, man. Like I said, you know, pretty soon, you're gonna hear a lot from Diego Pacheco. We're just focused on this fight. Hopefully, he looks impressive, and he's been looking better and better and better and better every time. And he's up there. You know, like I said, you know, we would love to face Berlanga. You know, Berlanga. I'm pretty sure he's gonna win his next fight, and hopefully he comes victorious. And let's make that fight. I think that's a great fight for the people too. And pretty soon somebody's gonna be running too. Somebody's gonna be hiding. So let's make it happen.
Yeah, very exciting. The zone is starting to get very exciting. As far as Edgar Berlanga, he got a fight this weekend. Tomorrow. He's fighting McCory. Interviewed McCory, Ireland guy. What do you think about the fight? And how soon do you think?
I think
How soon do
you
you
know
think? How soon do you think Eddie will put Berlanga in there with Pacheco? Because I just don't see the David Benavidez and Berlanga fight happening. I don't know, man.
I just saw Kevin Rooney in Mexico, in Oaxaca, and I told him, hey man, you know, with all the respect, you know, I'm not disrespecting nobody, but can you talk to Berlanga's manager? Can we make that fight happen? Can we talk? Can we, you know, with all the respect, Eddie Hearns too. Hey, is there a possibility we can make that fight happen? I'm asking. I'm asking. You know. So I manage Diego Pacheco. So I mean, if they don't want to agree, or they're not interested, we can't go anywhere with it. You know. But if he's watching, and if his manager's watching also, let's sit down. Let's try to make that fight. That's a great fight for everybody. Berlanga's a great fighter, man. I think he's super strong. I think he's young. He's very intelligent. He has a lot of what's it called? Fucking talent. So that's a great fight, man. You know, I would just say, you know, if fucking Berlanga would fucking focus a little bit more, man, he's a dangerous man. You know, he's a dangerous man, but gotta focus, gotta focus.
How do you see that fight going down this tomorrow?
Fuck,
With
it will be Berlanga. I think he's gonna win. I think he has that talent. He's stronger. He's bigger. He has all the talent in the world, man. He should win, you know. But like I said, you know, it's all about him staying dedicated and focused, man. When this guy
April 20th, also on the zone, on the zone and Golden Boy. We got Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. What you think about the fight?
in my opinion, I think he's very disciplined and he takes things serious and he's focused. He's focused. Uh, Ryan Garcia, you know, I think every time I see there's something going on with him, you know, distractions, a lot of distractions, a lot of pressure, I believe, and man, I, he's super talented too, but he's just so many distractions in his life. In his life, that's what I think. But maybe I could be wrong, you know. But he's super talented. He's really good, man. If he can manage to stay focused also and be in his A game, man, it's a fucking dangerous fighter too. You know, he's he hits hard, super fast. But I see Devin Haney, you know, winning by points.
Winning by points?
Yeah.
Is it a 50-50 or does
Like I
Ryan
said,
have
you
a puncher's
know,
chance?
if Ryan Garcia was 100% focused and ready for this fight, it could be a 50-50. But I'm just thinking, you know, just those little distractions are the ones that, in my mind, I believe that it's stopping him from seeing us, seeing all his talent.
Mm, mm. Um, Also on that stable, they got Matias, Subir Matias. Today's his welcoming on the weigh-ins. What do you think about Subir Matias signing to Matchroom to get all
Fuck,
these big fights at 140?
super exciting. That there we go. We have another face in boxing. You know, a fucking guy is dangerous. He can hit hard. He can take a shot. He's an exciting fighter. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Panda that's
Banda.
working with Panda. Yeah, another guy that has been sticking. Another trainer that has been working hard. We have another face also in as a fighter and in training also. So.
You got a
Man,
nice camp there.
yeah, yes, yeah, for sure. And congratulations to him. And uh, hard work pays off. And man, he has a good stable. And fuck, that guy is a dangerous fighter, man. I don't know, man. I think he's the real deal, man.
Yeah, I mean he has another fighter on the stable that when it comes to Tank Davis and the WBA ratings, William Cepeda and Ryu, they're like right there. So it was like he's fighting Maxi Hughes, William Cepeda. We try to figure out what's going on with Ryu. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, exactly. You know, we had a fall down a little bit, and we're back, and we just gotta regroup and retake. And but we do. I think with the last fight with Colbert, he proved a lot, and he's back in the game. You know, that was a fight that, let's be honest, if he would have lost that fight, that would have been it. You know,
mm.
both of them needed this fight in order to go to the next level. And he passed in with flying colors, so he did it great. And he's back. He's back in the game.
As far as the landscape goes for David and you being his manager, did you guys ever try to use a chess move on trying to get Jamal Charlo to fight David
Oh,
next?
come on, bro. Please, please, man. Come on, you know.
Hey, if you
I love
we
Charlo, bro. I
Mhm.
love Charlo, you know, and you know, right now he's not in a place to participate in any kind of a boxing event.
No, no son busadores.
That's,
Okay, I get
you
it.
know what? It's funny. Yeah, no, no, no. Of course, if he was 100% ready, focused, definitely would. But right now, come on, no, that's murder
Abus,
right there, bro.
abusador. Yeah, you're right.
Abusador. But listen, let me tell you something. Another thing too. We were offered this guy, El Caballo Bronco. What's his name? At 160.
Yeah, I know who he
Uh,
is. El Bronco. Yeah,
Odanes.
Adonis.
I
Yeah.
think Odanes. He was, he's two-time Olympian, two-time world champion, uh, uh, southpaw, very awkward fighter. I was nervous, man. But then after that, they said, "Oh yeah, we knew what was going to happen. He was little, he was this and that." So at the end of the day, I don't want that, bro. We want those challenges that are going to be 60-50. Six. I mean 60-40. Us 40, the other one 60 that they're going to win. That we want those challenges that are going to take us to the next level and get us to one day make history in boxing. And those are the only fights I remember when Julio Cesar Chavez was fighting Oscar De La Hoya and all these guys. Were making a name for themselves, and that's why they made history because they fight everybody. Now these days, man, everything's really turning into um, social media fighters, and everybody wants to keep their undefeated records. They don't want to fight nobody. They're making so much excuses, bro. Before that, the fights were badass, man. Everybody wanted to fight everybody,
Fact.
and that's what we want to bring back to boxing, man. And we've been doing it. So uh, people might say that I'm stupid or I think that I'm better than everybody. I'm not. I'm just trying to give you guys good fights and prove ourselves and make history, man, and be remembered by not being afraid of nobody.
So you coming to comp and fighting this guy for the interim? Do you know anything about him?
Yeah, I know he was an Olympian. He only has one loss. He lost to Benavidez. Uh, he only has one loss. Olympian, tall, strong. He hasn't fought for a while. He came back, got 3 wins, 2 wins, something like that. He looked really good. Don't really. I met him. We spar him like shit when David was maybe 16, 17, long time ago. So we know who he
You
is. We
gave him a
spar him.
whooping then?
I'm not gonna say nothing about that, but that was like fucking. That was like fucking 8 years ago, 10 years ago. He was training at the Robert Garcia's boxing gym with Marcos, I believe, or Robert. I don't even remember who was he training with. But we sparred. We had some maybe 10 sparring sessions or whatever. But that's a long time ago, bro. And
Abusador.
so it was good. No, it was good. He's a good fighter, man. He's strong. He's at that time, man. He was fucking super fast. He was fast, bro. He was an Olympian, and I mean, it was a good sparring, really good sparring
Prediction on the fight?
with David and him.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Your
shit.
predictions on your son be pretty
Yeah, yeah,
close,
yeah.
man, and good.
Yeah, no, yeah. You know what? He's a good fighter. But at the end of the day, David's super focused, man. He gives me the motivation to talk a lot of shit and back my shit up, man. We have to look impressive, man. We gotta stop this guy. I think we're gonna stop him maybe like in about 7 or 8 rounds.
Mm.
I believe it's tough. It's tough, but if not, David's gonna give him a beating, man. David's super motivated. We gotta prove ourselves, and a lot of people are saying, "Why don't you look bad against him?" And then Canelo is gonna want to fight you. fuck that. We're not gonna risk, we're gonna go and do our job, and look impressive, and but I think, yeah, I think there will be a stoppage, like maybe in the eighth round.
Mm, I like it. I like it a lot. Do you feel like you guys will get any kickback, from the boxing media as far as choosing him, and how did he come about
Shit,
anyway?
we didn't choose him. We were negotiating with Munguia. We were negotiating with Canelo, and Billy also, uh, in Morel.
Billy Sanders, Billy Joe.
The hell did he fight?
You talking about Joe,
I
right? Billy Joe.
No, and Billy. He's undefeated fighter,
Oh, Mabili,
168.
Mabili, Mabili. Yep, yep,
Billy,
yep.
yeah, yeah, I'm a Billy. I don't know. This was the first time I saw him. He looked fucking strong. He looked really good. He had a stoppage, and he was one of the ones. So uh, this fight came, and two, it didn't
So why not
make.
Christian Mabili instead?
Well, no, we were trying, but there was no negotiations. We were trying to talk to his camp, and we were trying. But like I said, I don't know if they wanted too much money. I don't know, to be honest with you. We were there for like 2 3 weeks and nothing happened. This shit happens in like in 2 days, right away, and it came out yesterday. It was not supposed to come out. Somebody said something, or I don't know what happened, and everybody's excited. Everybody's happy about it, and uh, I think it's a good fight. This guy only has one fight at 175. He was an Olympian. So I don't really, like I said, I don't really follow him as much. I don't know what happened or whatever. I remember we sparred him, but that's about it.
Um, Prediction on Better Beef and Bevo because that's what y'all looking at.
Yeah, for sure. To be honest with you, it's a great fight. These are the fights that people want to see. It's gonna be an entertaining fight. I can't wait for that fight to happen. But I'm gonna have to go with Benavidez, because the reason I'm going with him, because uh, both of them are great fucking fighters. I don't know who's gonna win, but the only reason that I want him to win, because Benavidez has said a lot of times that he wants to fight David Benavidez. Bivol is starting that shit with Canelo now. David doesn't have a belt. David doesn't have nothing to offer me. Like now we see that. So I think that fight, it will be harder to make. And plus we spar people. So better be if we never spar him. So he doesn't know nothing about David. So he fucking wants to fight David. B Ball doesn't want to fight David. So I would love for Better be to win. And
Well, I remember we spoke upon, David and Bevo sparring, and do you feel like is that the reason why you believe that he might not want to take that smoke? Because I remember you speaking upon he didn't want to give you guys no more work.
you know, I mean, but we haven't sparred for a long, long time. So at the end of the day, sparring, that's different. When you have 10-ounce gloves, it's different. So my respects, the great fighter. He's strong. He's good. That would be a fucking dangerous fight. That would be you know. But we're willing. We're willing to take those challenges.
Would it disappoint you if they'd end up deciding to do a rematch?
I'm sorry. What was that?
Would you be disappointed if they decided to do a rematch?
Nah, I don't give a fuck. They could do whatever the fuck. I don't care. Hey, we're like I said, we have a fight lined up, and that's all I care. Let's see what happens. We'll just go fight by fight and see what happens. Um, yeah, they could do whatever they want. I will still watch it. It will be an exciting fight.
What's a bigger fight, regardless to like the boxing world? You think?
Dude, right now, what I hear and what I see, the biggest fight right now David Benavidez against Canelo.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
that's it.
I
That's
told
it.
Bill. I told Bill Haney that the other day.
Yeah, that's what it is. I think that's what it is. But fuck, it takes two to tango. If he doesn't want to fight for whatever, he'll be making the money that he has never made in his life. We'll be making shit, but we're still willing to take that fight. Uh, but that's a great challenge, man. It will be super fucking exciting, man. It's fucking but I just don't want to get too excited. Yeah.
Listen, Coach, send a message to your last message to Canelo Alvarez. Now that you're moving up to 175.
I just want to ask him, say that you're not afraid to fight David. I want to know what is it then? I mean, if he has never fought nobody's, I mean, easy payday right there. There goes payday. You want
Payday.
to get payday.
I know
I don't
that.
know.
I
I
know.
know that. So I just want to know what is it then? What is it? I mean, you're the best. No disrespect to Canelo. I believe that he is the best at 168. He's the face of boxing. And he's done so much, that I don't even know if we can even come close to what he's done in his career. My
No.
respects for all that. But at the end of the day, you got all the bells, bro. Everybody's gonna want to fight you. All the true 168s wanna challenge themselves. And that's what it is. I don't know. If you're not scared, what is it then? That's the only thing I want to know.
He said he wants to be in the sport for 4 more years.
Well,
It,
if he doesn't face David, I think he could go 10 years. But if he faced David, I think that would be his last fight.
mm,
So maybe that's why, you know. Hey, we're super motivated, man. We're hungry. He's young, fucking motivated and big, and fucking everything. So I don't know, man. Payday,
payday.
payday.
Coach, I love having you on, man. I really appreciate you for tapping in. I
Thank you.
definitely want you guys to get going, doing what you guys do, and then we'll definitely get back real soon.
Thank you, man. I want to thank all the fans for the support, man, and let's keep grinding, man. Hopefully, we continue to work hard and give you guys good fights, man. And right here, we're like, whenever you hear that we're ducking anybody, man, come on, bro. This is what we do. We want to make history. We want to fight everybody. Some guys that just come in and start talking shit, that this and that. Come on, bro. You look at, we're trying to fight everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for your support.
You already know, Coach. God bless.
Thank you.
Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Mills from Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the fighters channel, the trainers channel, the people's channel. I'm gonna get the call-ins here for just a short period of time. You guys could let me know what your thoughts are when it comes down to some of the interviews that we chopped up today. Hopefully, you guys had a great segment. Become a member. The link is in the comments. Appreciate all donations. Um, Here it is, Collins. Here, let's get the people's opinion. Let's get the people's opinion. All right, guys, we are now live. We are live on Mill City Boxing. So subscribe to Mill City Boxing on YouTube. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, the call-ins are now open. They're available. Call-ins are now available. You know what we're talking about. We talking about what's on the thumbnail. We got We did two interviews today. One with Dewey Cooper, Francis Ngannou's coach, and Jose Benavidez, the father and trainer of David Benavidez. What's going on, Claremore Rain? What's good, eh?
Oh, definitely had to tap in. Salute to you, man. Great interview, bro. Quality, bro. That's what we needed to talk about. You got right on top of it, just like Mill gonna do. As soon as the news pops out, we're gonna get the right dude on the channel. We're gonna get the information for the people. And gotta salute you for that, man. A man hard working, man. Hard working man, bro. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you, man. Real talk. Great interviews today with two coaches. I don't know if you tapped in earlier, but we had Dewey Cooper, Francis Ngannou's coach. He's gonna be.
I missed it.
Today was a
Damn.
great segment, my man. I'm telling you.
I
2 hours of
definitely saw
straight fire.
Nah, that's it, bro. That's the most relevant information right now in the boxing space, bro. The only thing that could top that would be maybe getting Tank to say something or Frank Martin. But we know
I hit up Frank though.
happened.
I hit up Frank. Hopefully he responds. So.
Okay. You know, it is what it is. If you make that happen, it is. But those two interviews probably the two hottest interviews we need.
But I don't think you know what I like about Frank. Frank don't
What's up?
speak upon when things are not signed.
Exactly.
That's what I like about Frank. We didn't see, Tank Davis speak upon the situation at all today as well. Nobody posted anything. So how do we know this information is real? Remember,
Big facts.
this is an ESPN reporter here.
Yes, I know. I just put a little video out earlier speaking on it, man. Like, nothing is signed yet. Even the David Benavidez fight, until I saw this interview, I wasn't even confident in that one yet. It was just like, okay, I believe he's moving to light heavyweight, but it's the paperwork put in, the contract done, but now I see we're good to go. So,
Yep.
yeah, man.
We're going to get him in June. And what I liked about it is I asked the question, did you put enough time frame to have that opening for the May 4th? You know what I mean? So that way he could still be a contender. And I did. You got to talk about Munguia's pull in that date. You know what I mean? You have to. I'm not naive. We understand the business, but
yes, sir.
At the end of the day, reporters did say that the guarantee for Canelo was 55 mil. The guarantee for Munguia was 35 mil. But we don't know if that 55 comes with a back end. But I know that the Munguia's 35 comes with a back end pay-per-view.
Right.
So you have the opportunity to make that 555 mil. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
But in the same time, when you listen to these negotiations, like, all right, like you could tell that it's like people weren't willing to invest huge money on Munguia. It's more of the factors of like, I gotta respect Canelo's worth, so I gotta give him something like 35, right?
Right.
But in the same time, it's like I'm gonna make that motherfucker earn this shit though.
Right.
Because
exactly.
Canelo's been getting 50 pieces.
Right. You gotta get the bang for your buck, man. If you're gonna make him do it, make it worthwhile, man. Make it a show. You know what I'm saying? Make it a show. You know what I mean? We definitely. I like the Munguia. Obviously.
Me too.
Benavidez Canelo
Better.
is what we all want to see. That's what we want to see, bro. But are we gonna get what we want to see? We're gonna be honest about what we're dealing with. But I'll tell you what I didn't want to see. I ain't want to see Charlo and Canelo. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I did not want to see that fight. I think the chances of that fight just being a horrible fight is too high, bro.
But the chances of that fight happening still are there.
I know.
Do you hear what Jose said? What Jose said was exactly how I felt. There's too much time. There's too much time. So now you're gonna wait him out, and you see him drinking. You see him, or maybe he's drinking, or maybe he's faking like he's drinking. It could be that too. And get Charlo like on a 3 week or 1 month notice type of deal.
Right, man. Look, anything can happen. We know that. A friend of mine said, boxing, things change quickly, and how quickly things will change. You know what I'm saying? You never know. It could be down to a couple of weeks before. Look at Tim Zoom, Keith Thurman. That came out of nowhere. They didn't even know what was going on until about a week or two before we got the notice, if that long. I'm being nice. So things change, man. Things change. But great interviews, man. I'm happy for Benavidez, man. I don't like seeing him wait around for Canelo. It kind of bothers me. You know what I'm saying? That he was waiting around for him. It's like inactivity is killing these fighters, man. They're waiting on these opportunities, and these A-side, B-side conversations get drawn out way too long, and they're not getting active. They're getting dull. Activity sharpens the skills and makes them being active builds up the fan base as well for them. So just waiting on one guy to give you that fight, it's just like it's getting overrated, bro. So I'm proud of that whole entire team, David Benavidez's team, to just finally making a decision for themselves. Like, nah, bro, we're gonna make a move with or without you. We're not gonna sit here just waiting on you to get us. And sometimes I feel like Canelo and those type of guys, they do this type of stuff on purpose just to get the steam out of you. Just to try to get you at a weak point. Maybe you're not training for a month or two. You're taking vacation. All of a sudden, he's interested. He wants to fight you in 8 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So stay active, man. I hope. You know who else I want to? Who I hope considers doing something like that? Jerron, man. Yo, Jerron, if they playing you with you at 147, man, go to 154, bro. Don't sit there and let these guys keep playing with you, family. Stop it. You know what I mean? I want to see you unify and become undisputed at 147. If they're going to play with your face card, bro, 154 is waiting on you. Undisputed is up there for you too, bro. And I think there's a lot of opponents up there who will be a lot more motivated to fight you than them guys at 147. You know what the game is, you know? But yeah, man, shout out to the Benavidez crew for putting that together. As far as Ngannou and Joshua's concerned, how'd you feel about the interview? Like, what do we give you any more confidence in Ngannou?
Yo,
I gotta watch it.
You know why you gotta watch this?
I got to.
You know why you have to watch this?
Talk to me.
Because when we had that podcast session with Zab Judah speaking about the Combat League, do you know who the president of the Combat League is?
Is it Francis?
It's just Dewey Cooper, Francis Ngannou's coach.
Wow.
And I knew that though, because that's why I asked him the question. I was like, "What's your involvement of the Combat League?" I had a feeling he was the president. So all that juice that we spoke upon about why the Combat League is good and bad and shit like that.
The pros and the cons for sure, yeah.
I didn't want to go heavy on the cons because I didn't want the interview to go left, and this was our first interview. You feel me?
For sure.
So I did, but I told him we gotta have another conversation after the Francis Ngannou and Joshua fight, and then I want to tap in on those cons because we talked about the pros. And you know when we did that podcast, I think we had like over 5 or 10, any between 5 or 10 cons that we need the president to speak upon.
Yes, sir. Just want to know how you guys feel about it. You know what I mean? He's not going to speak negatively on his own organization.
But he's also a coach, so it's touchy.
Right. Listen, man, he has to relate 100%.
It's touchy.
He has to relate. Yeah, I know it resonates. I know the questions that we would have for him about that would resonate with him as a professional boxing coach now. Like, would you want Francis in there? You know, that type of those type. So
that our next interview will be like, all right, we'll talk about the Ngannou and Joshua. Talk about it, and then go straight Combat League question. Boom, right after. And if he hangs up on us, he hangs up on us.
Dewey ain't gonna hang up.
Nah, he ain't doing it. He's a good guy. He can handle it. People were saying in the comments he looked like Booker T, and he ripped off on one of my subscribers. Smash the like button.
He do got a little Booker T thing going on
because of the way he talks. But he's like, y'all been talking like this forever. You can tell that shit. That somebody said that to him before.
Oh yeah, he's gonna keep on hearing it too because he got that voice, man. You hear him and you can be blind in a dark room, bro. As soon as he starts talking, you're gonna know he in the room, bro. Nobody else.
Big old.
It's either him or it's gonna be somebody who sound like him. Like, man, you sound like Dewey Cooper. Period. It is what it is, man. But yeah, man. Listen, good news out there. What do you think about the Frank Martin and Tank Davis fight? Are you just holding? You're holding it. You're holding your horses. Like you're not going to comment on it until it becomes more solid, or do you think it's like actually we should be looking forward to seeing that in June?
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I just got Elijah Garcia. Shout out to you, my guy. Just text me saying he want to do an interview. He's gonna be fighting Kyron Davis on that March 30th card on the non-pay-per-view portion on Amazon Prime.
Elijah Garcia is fighting. No, that's gonna be a great fight. That's a great fight. That's a real good fight, bro.
Absolutely.
That's a real good fight. That's a baptism for Elijah Garcia. We're gonna find out if he's the truth or not.
And I heard an interview with Elijah yesterday on the Boxing Voice, and he has some things that I want to talk about hearing that interview. And obviously Kyron Davis and we cool. So
I know.
Hopefully I could get both of them on in the same time and get some heat, man. I need some heat.
A little pre-trip face-off.
I need some heat.
Face-off.
You know?
Both those guys are respectable, though. You know what I'm saying? Elijah's a God-fearing man. It seems like...
Yeah, I can't instigate too much.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be pretty professional about it, which is, look, Francis Ngannou and Anthony Joshua doing the same thing, and I think it's exciting. I'm so excited to see the fight. They're being respectful, you know what I'm saying, to each other, and they're not crossing any lines, but that fight, some fights don't need the sauce. I think Elijah and Kyron is a great combination. Breadman's coaching Kyron, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It's gonna be a great fight, man. It's gonna be a great fight on that card, man. I like that card. I don't know about paying for it. I don't know how comfortable I am about paying for it, but I like the card. I keep saying that because it's true, man. Like, I like the card. If it was for free, it'd be a great card. But paying for it, I just don't know yet how I feel about it. I'm probably gonna pay for it. Let's be honest. I'm not gonna miss the fight. I love boxing too much, but still, you're gonna make me feel some kind of way at the end of it after I pay you.
You'll be like,
get it back.
fucking stream, it's fucking working. No wonder they switched. No wonder they switched.
For sure, man.
My thoughts on it when it comes down to Frank and Tank though. Like, I love the fight. You could tell it's a fight that could possibly be happen, but is it really an oldie but goodie?
Yeah, you remember, don't you? You remember when he said that to us, don't you?
Is
He
it a
did
really?
say that. I don't know
I
about
don't.
all that. That's
I
what
don't.
he said.
The only oldie is the sparring session they had way back that Calvin and Kenny weren't even there for that.
Right. I know that's what he was talking about, though. As soon as I saw the fight get put together and they said the oldie but goodie, I knew they were referencing the sparring session. In my mind, I feel like
If it was
session.
Frank.
No, as soon as I heard Frank Martin and Tank Davis, and I don't know if you put it out or somebody else put out about the oldie but the goodie, I knew immediately, linked in my brain. Oh, they're gonna try to say that it was a sparring session that makes it the oldie and the goodie. That's what came to my mind.
Because it was a goodie sparring session, and on top of it, drum roll please. I do remember. I actually do remember when I did interview Frank Martin. He did say that the Showtime people were there when that sparring session happened.
Wow. Okay.
So that's why I always try to tell people, like, y'all can hold me on the choreography type of shit that I said, because at the end of the day, this is what happens in boxing. Like, see, the thing about with me, if you don't go to small little club shows, local shows in your area, you won't really understand the politics of the game and how it moves. I always advise people that watch boxing, go check out some of the smaller shows and talk to some of the fighters, and they can explain to you how their careers are moving and stuff like that. Um, that being said, if Showtime like what they seen in the sparring, this is not what we Jermaine Ortiz was Lomachenko's sparring partner. I mean, we can this so look at David Senior just said that David Benavidez already fought the guy. He already sparred 10 rounds with the dude that he's about to fight.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This is all that happened. I just speak the real. I'm not scared to do that though. I'm not scared to do that because once all these people become famous, you know what? I need to build my own. You know, I gotta build my own.
Right. Well,
Shout out to the first super chat of the day. Wow, Jaylene James, thank you for the $4.99. Tank said on Twitter, Calvin and Kenny need to stop speaking for him after they said he wasn't fighting Frank.
Listen, bro. Listen, man. Listen, Mel.
He said, well, hold on. Let me read. I don't know if I read it like clean. Let me read it cleaner, right? Tank said on Twitter, Calvin and Kenny need to stop speaking for him after they said he wasn't fighting Frank. Salute to Jaylene James in the building. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the 5.
Yeah, salute to Jalen James for bringing up a really good topic, because at the end of the day, there's been a lot of, the fan bases have been at each other's throat as far as Tank and Devin Haney's be concerned. It's been war out here in these YouTube streets over this topic. And what's happening is a lot of people have been speaking for Tank. And I've been one of those guys who's sitting here saying, listen, man, I don't know that Tank Davis subscribes to all these excuses that you guys are making for him not making these fights, as far as the weight being a concern, and things of that nature. Tank, every chance he gets to say something on Twitter, it's in reference to something that's counteracting what the status quo is in the streets, right? You say he's small, he tells Sean Porter, shut his mouth. Hey, bro, I beat you up. You was over 147. Don't talk to me about me being too small, right? You say tall Al. This dude puts a message out there to Eddie Hearn. Hey, yo, send me some.
That's why I rock with Claremore. That's why I rock with Claymore Rain. He be looking at shit that motherfuckers don't be looking at. Some street shit.
Listen, let's keep it 100. The man talking different. He's not talking like a Leonard Ellerby or a professional promoter who knows the boxing business. He's talking about a dog out here who want to see what that smoke is about. Like, oh, you calling my name, I'm going to come and put something on your head, put a knot on your head. He told Devin Haney's dad, I'm going to come and make you cry for your son. That's how he responds to when people calling him out. But then you got other people outside who are around him, the quote-unquote handlers, put out, yo, it has to be the right weight. Yo, Devin went up to 165 the night of the fight. He's gonna weight bully Tank. All this information coming out. And look, Tank just put out a response real quick saying, he basically just said, I've been telling these guys to stop saying the stuff they've been saying. He been telling them, he said. He been telling them that they need to chill. I don't know. Everybody can take it and process it for themselves, how they want to take it. But look, I try my best. Sometimes when you speak about Tank, it sounds like you hating on Tank. Not you. I'm talking about somebody like me who's talking about wanting to see him fight. But I don't think the only reason I'm talking about him fighting is because I believe he wants those fights. I believe he wants those fights, bro. I'm not trying to see him get bullied. I'm trying to see him shut some people up. But the fan base is a little overprotective of Tank. They get a little overprotective, and they don't understand that all you're doing is shooting down a historical fight that you guys get to witness and see if it happens. Tank fans, Devin Haney's fans alike. You guys are missing out on this fight if it doesn't happen. Shooting this fight down doesn't make any sense, man. Build this fight up. You guys know you want to see the fight, so what's up, man? Everybody get on the same page, man, and let the world know what you want to see. Stop trying to.
But you know what I can take from Calvin though. That's 100% real. That you know what eager boxing fans don't understand is that when you are trying to build a fighter, right? And say for instance these guys are both built, right? Which they're not, right? Because Haney's not doing numbers. Haney's not doing numbers, and I'm not counting the pocket, bro. I'm not doing that. But what I do understand is that you got to put out dominant performances that people want to see, not just listen. Mayweather is a guy that Pretty Boy didn't have money. He couldn't make decisions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He did what he had to do. Okay. Now, when you looked at Money May, that motherfucker countered every fucking shit that was possibly be countered. And he didn't run around the ring either. So he gave me a style that is like, all right, he ain't giving me knockouts, but he's giving me what I want still though. When Mayweather hurts you, even Money Mayweather hurts you, he still gets you out of there. If he hurts you, because he has that level to him. And what is that level? Pay-per-view star attraction. I need to see the end result. I need that in my life.
Right.
And you need that. And we can go and say, oh, because I like what Gary Antoine said. Yo, Devin hurt him mad times. But he didn't get him out of there. He didn't everyone in the arena didn't go, wow. They just said, everyone in the arena, nobody got wowed.
Right.
Nobody got wowed at the end of the night.
I agree.
They said, Haney whooped his ass. I told you it was going to happen.
Right. And there was even a little booing going on. I'll be honest with you. There was some booing going on in the stadium with him not going for the.
So I'm going to match that with Tank? I'm a matchmaker for Tank. I'm going to match that for Tank?
But here's
No, because when you try to do that with Linares, you got clipped. And you have to keep trying. You have to keep trying. Because the public needs it. What do you think? You think Shakur Stevenson ain't coming in different next fight?
Oh, 100%. You
think he's going to come back different?
He's going to. He has to. But here's another thing. Calvin said, he quoted from Al Heyman, do what the fighter wants. Do what the fighter wants. So if it's safe to say one or two things. A, Tank don't want to fight Devin if they doing what the fighter wants. Or are they doing what the fighter wants when Tank put Devin out on the top of his list as the fighter that he wants to fight?
This is what I see. This is what I see. Tank going, I want Devin next. He talking too much shit.
Yeah.
And his pops. Well, listen, I got you. Listen, Tank, You got that fight. Trust me. But listen, say if you win by decision, right? Because it happens to be that he's running around all over the place, right? But now what's going to happen is say you get the win because the scorecards are in your favor, right? Because you are the A side, right? So at the end of that, right? People are going to complain. They're going to find a way to complain about your performance, regardless of the fact, oh, Tank Davis was too small. He couldn't find him. He couldn't move. Listen, we already know. And listen, if you perform that way, you're going to lose too on the scorecards with Tank. So he's gonna get the win, and then you guys are gonna say it's a fucking robbery.
So you think Tank's taking that into consideration, and now he don't want to fight because of that?
No, if you think about it, right, and you look at the styles, and if I can't bring to the people what I want to bring, I'll fucking fight.
Right.
I want to bring a fucking fight. I'm him. I want to fight. That's what I want to do. I understand this shit. But everybody wants to say the best gotta fight the best. Listen, man. Let me tell you something about the best fight. You know what? Rolly Romero right now is one of the best at 140 pounds. Point blank. Look at that.
Stop it.
Hey, he has the belt. So if belts matter, this is what matters then, right? Keep it neutral all the way around. All the way.
I agree with you. You know what? I agree with you, bro. I'm not going to act like I don't because I can understand your point of view. And I'm going to say like this. If Tank don't want the fight, I'm okay with that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If Tank don't want to fight with Devin Haney, I'm okay. There are other great fights for him to make. There's Shakur, there's Lomachenko.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, Claremore. No.
You're not saying he don't want the fight.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not okay with him retiring and not getting a Devin Haney fight. I'm not okay with that.
Okay.
I'm not okay with that. But I'm okay with if you want to move the way you want to move, because you are who you are, the same way how Canelo is. Not everybody is a star attraction. Right. Not everybody gets these opportunities. It don't sound like an opportunity to a boxing fan, but your bank account looking like it's about fucking. Your family believes it's an opportunity.
Payday.
¿Tú me entiendes? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah. No, I 100% understand. You're basically saying, listen, man, I'm not mad at the mentality of somebody who's not fighting Devin Haney right now, who thinks that the fight might not be an exciting fight. But at the same, you want to see the fight happen, but you're not going to fault anybody who doesn't want to have a fight like that, who doesn't want to have a potential fight like what Shakur had with De Los Santos. I agree. I understand, man. But once again, the only thing I'm going to say is I want to hear Tank say that.
Tank already said in Complex interview that he wants these guys, and it hyped everybody. It hyped everybody up to the point that we need it today. We need it right now. We need it right now.
Devin's getting bigger and older, bro. He's gonna be at 140
and better.
Before you know
so now the Haneys are gonna have that whole fan base. They're gonna have more. You know what else they're gonna be more popular. They're gonna be
everything.
They're gonna be able to bring more to the table. But all you need to do, Devin, all you gotta do is go past winning fights. Go past that.
Pause. Yeah.
Go past it.
Man. I agree with you. And I think that's what they're doing it for. I think that's also why they're going to the Barclays with it. I heard that it's not going to be on pay-per-view. I don't know how true or not true that is.
What?
Hearing that it might be a free. Yeah, I heard it might not be a pay-per-view fight. I heard they might be doing it on the zone, but a free.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
That's what I heard, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing the rumors. I don't know how true it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not Claremore Rain speaking right here, right now. He doesn't really believe what he's saying right now. He's just talking shit.
I believe it. I'm telling you what I'm hearing. Yo, people in the chat, am I bugging? Have you heard that it might not be a pay-per-view?
I never. This is the only reason why Devin's taking this fight.
Talk to Mill.
You feel me?
Talk to him. Tell him what you heard. Don't let me be by myself. Tell him you heard.
Shit, because check it. This ain't a legacy fight for Devin. This is a legacy fight for Ryan.
It's an opportunity to get a huge fan base too, but I think it should be pay-per-view. I ain't gonna lie.
I got not pay-per-view, no pay-per-view. The zone is not pay-per-view. See, now people are saying the zone is not pay-per-view. That's not true.
No, the zone does pay-per-view all the time. They're about to do a pay-per-view with Ngannou and AJ.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
you could tell some of these guys haven't paid for pay-per-views. They just stream.
Right.
You can tell. You can tell. It's like I spent a whole lot of bullshit money with Canelo like last year. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of bullshit money. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. New caller coming in. New caller coming in. Jaylene James, thank you for the $2. Dev said it's pay-per-view in the U.S. I think it's free in the U.K. I actually did hear that as well. Okay. What's going on? What's going on? New caller. Izzy, what's goody?
So who do you think is gonna win, Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney?
I don't want to hurt your feelings, my brother, because you sound like a Ryan fan, and you look like a Ryan fan. You got a golden boy smile at you. You look like you only pay for golden boy events. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing with you, Joe. Listen, I believe that Devin Haney wins a unanimous decision win, and it's not as easy as how people put it. How to boxing? What it do? What it do? How?
Because he's definitely trying to avoid. He's definitely trying to avoid 100 push-ups. Don't just listen to him. He has his ulterior motives as to why he wants it to be a decision. He don't want it to be a stop. That man has 100 push-ups waiting on him if Devin Haney stops.
That's true. Ryan. That's facts.
Don't listen to him.
That's a Zab Judah Mill City boxing bet. And just to let y'all know, yes, actually I went to the gym yesterday and started practicing them push-ups. I ain't gonna hold you. Huh? No. Yo, bro. I'm him. Don't get it twisted. Check my videos out. I'm him. Don't play that. I'm not like one of these other boxing content creators or no shit.
Right.
Mill, do you think Haney can take Ryan's left hook? I don't think a lot of people could take Ryan's left hook, especially if you get hit with it more than once. Devin Haney Ryan got an ill left hook, but if he don't come back with Wally Moses' jab that he taught Wally, you know how Wally taught him that jab, that snap jab that you don't know if it's a jab or a hook coming. He needs to get to that Ryan, and because you gotta come back with a right hand with. I think with Devin, you gotta fight Devin a little bit different. Devin, Ryan, he's heavy on the front foot, right? And I'm not gonna go and tell him to go do something that he's not comfortable not doing. But in the same time, he gotta keep pitching. Ryan gotta keep pitching because he got the speed over Devin. Not the foot speed, but the hand speed. You know what I mean? So he gotta basically stay pivoting with his front foot and stalking, throwing feints and trying to make sure he matches that punch output like in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't I don't think Ryan can outthink Devin Haney. I think he could finesse him though. And if he could finesse him, then now we gotta fight. We gotta fight if he can finesse a little bit. If he can't finesse, which I don't think he can, because after looking at that California Ryan roll, he gave me less hope.
Yeah.
So Devin Haney decision.
Do you think Devin Haney has better defense than Gervonta or no? Because Gervonta kind of got used to of understanding defending that left hook, and I feel like Devin kind of understands that. Man, if I can just slip this every time, I got this. Because he's I think he's a better counter than Devin is.
To answer that question, right? They got two different terminations in the ring, two different mindsets in the ring, right? If I'm trying to get you boxed a little bit before, right?
Yeah.
All right, so if I'm trying to get you out of there, right? And and I feel like you felt uncomfortable with a body shot that I gave you. I might, if I'm inexperienced, if I'm not too experienced, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go attack mode on you, or I'm gonna be 50% defensive responsible, and 50% want to dog you out. I just feel like in this fight, it's gonna be hard. It's really gonna be hard for me to see. That fight goes the distance. That fight goes the distance, and that's not besides the 100 push-ups. That fight goes the distance for sure. My money, I'm actually putting money on the distance too. So all is gonna happen. I'll lose money and get jacked if I lose.
Yeah. Sound like I think that Devin's gonna get up under that. I think if he comes with that hook, if Ryan keeps coming with that hook, I could see Devin getting under it, bro. Getting right under it. And I think that's why Zab was leaning towards a body shot stopping him. I think that if Ryan Garcia doesn't get some discipline about him and start taking some instruction and he goes into fight or flight, his reaction and his impulse is to go for that hook. That's how he gets out of trouble. And I think if Devin can put him in trouble, put him on his heels, I think he's going to start reacting that way. And I think you're going to see Devin getting under that hook. You're going to see body shots coming until he either starts protecting the body, then you're going to start seeing. I think there's a good chance that Devin's going to stop Ryan, bro.
See, now when you say that, like, when I said Ryan has to finesse Devin because he can't outthink him, but that's another thing too. I feel like Devin got two opportunities in this fight. He might want to dog him, but why would you want to dog somebody that, I mean, look what if he has that memory of what Linares was. Right. He's not going to dog him. Plus, every single person you've seen Devin Haney dog, he's much, much, much bigger. And Ryan is just as big or maybe a little bit bigger.
They're like the same size almost.
Decision. Easily.
What's the big difference?
All you're going to be seeing is Zab Judah doing push-ups. That's all you're going to see.
What's the biggest difference right now between Ryan Garcia's fight and the fight he had with Linares? I'm going to tell you. Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach is the difference. He's the equalizer. Freddie Roach is going to have Devin way more offensive than he was before.
Freddie not really working with Devin like that, bro.
But he ain't working with him this time? You don't think so?
It's not like that.
He worked with him for the Regis fight.
Yeah, but it was not like that. It wasn't like that. Like, you seen clips, you think, nah, they're not working together like that, bro.
Okay.
No, they're not working together like that. He's focused on Munguia. Freddie got such a huge stable over there, and he's dealing with the gym. He doesn't even have the time to even work with a Devin Haney.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It's going to be Bill. It's just going to be Bill and Devin.
Plus, my man Freddie got Munguia now. It's over. He ain't putting no time. He whatever Bill wants to do and go do. Thank you, Freddie, and that's it. But that's it.
Right.
Remember,
right.
that I can understand why. Like, I remember you were saying, yeah, Freddie gonna teach him how to sit down on his punches. I feel that, but I mean, how much working can you do? Like, I can see you twice a week going over there, maybe, and stuff like that for an hour or two. Picking up some gems, but I think Devin got a lot more guys to choose from.
Yeah, I think Devin is his man strength. Don't you think he doesn't have the man strength yet? Who, Devin? Like that. Yeah, Devin.
Yeah, he's still growing. He's still a kid, man. That's why when I told Bill that he's a kid still, he's like watch your mouth on it, but it's the truth. These guys are gonna be growing strong. Like, the only one that I think that got their man strength right now is Tank. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And Calvin said he just got there.
And he's older though. He's barely hitting his 28 now. Like he's like 30. He's like 29.
29.
Yeah.
29.
So that's why I kind of think about Devin like that too, because like he can land punches, he sits on them, but I just don't feel like he has that power yet. He doesn't have that man strength. I just feel like another 2 more years, because he's barely building that body right now. So I'm curious what he's gonna do the next 2 fights.
If Ryan don't got enough tools in the bag, you know what I'm saying, to mess with
definitely
Haney.
too.
Because once Haney figures out the left hook situation and the jab, then he's gonna be all right. It's gonna be smooth, and that's why I see a lot of these guys saying, "Oh, I see Devin stepping to him, trying to get him into the body, trying to out muscle him and shit like that." Did you see Devin when Ryan pushed him? You see Devin just went like a horse, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then Ryan looked like an idiot trying to do some head movement in the back and shit.
He turned. I saw that. He didn't say he turned. He turned, man.
So I can see the physical strength. You definitely gonna have to give it to Haney.
Yeah, man. And Haney did a decent job attacking the body with Lomachenko. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think Lomachenko's a lot more elusive than Ryan Garcia.
But he's small. He's small, bro. Too. He's small. With the speed of Ryan and one thing about Ryan you have to give credit to, he don't be letting people come to him like that. You have to give it to him. Ryan makes you earn the shit.
Yeah.
Ryan makes when's the last time you seen Ryan get bullied around?
Nah, he don't. No.
But then again, when's the last time we seen the only and even when we put him in with a tank, a dog, he's stepping to him.
Tank did that on purpose.
Yeah,
Tank played that game on purpose because he knew he was going to serve himself.
He did.
You know what I'm saying?
But
I mean, we'll see.
But also, y'all be saying this shit's on purpose, but it's not like Tank knows that. Tank goes in there with the first round. That's why when you were saying Tank, what do you think about Tank's defense? What do you think about his defense overall with Haney? They're coming in different. Right. Tank coming in there with a little bit of this Matias thing, right? Very little, like this much. Just trying to be able to see how he puts his hands up and test to see how much power you got.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes you sneak right through that guard and he just gets hit with it. The only thing that I see about the Tank is that he don't be making these ugly ass faces and shit. He just be coming.
Right.
Right. Which is scary. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He be like, and he's like, you know what I'm saying? It's different than when you be like,
right. Right.
It's different, right? Every single, even Ryan, when he throws a hook, he be blinking. He's scared of his own shit.
Yeah, he give a lot of tells.
He's scared of his own shit. He's like, boom, oh shit. You know?
He gives a lot of tells.
Tyson Fury did that to himself. Remember when he did
Yeah,
an uppercut?
boing. Yeah. So shout out to Jaylene James. Again, thank you for the 2-piece. I think Dev drops Ryan like Luke Campbell did. I could see Ryan getting dropped. I could definitely see Ryan getting dropped. But I don't see Ryan getting finished.
No.
I don't see Ryan getting finished.
I don't think so either. Definition in your chest. He's taking that knee though.
I ain't doing no push-ups, baby.
We're gonna be rocking a wife beater for his shows, bro. He's gonna be rocking the wife beater, bro. He's gonna be showing it off.
You're gonna have to do those push-ups live, man.
Live and vivo. I've been working on them just in case he hits me with like, yeah, drop a 50-piece on me. I'm like, whoa.
Right.
Whoa.
Let me get 2 50s real quick. Let me get a 50 now and a 50 at the end of the show. You heard?
No, that's why I'm working on it, so I don't look so soft. But I'm not losing. I'm not losing.
Okay.
I'm not losing. Okay. Decision, baby.
Who do you got on this though?
Huh?
Who you got on this though? Ryan or Haney?
I got Haney by decision.
Yeah.
No, unanimous decision.
A landslide or like
unanimous decision? Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll probably be like I don't know.
9-3, like a 9-3.
Yeah, 9-3.
Yeah.
9-3. I just want to see. All I want is just Ryan to just land a good shot so he can stay in like the talks, because I feel like after he loses this fight, who said that? Someone, I did an interview with somebody. They said, Bernie, after Ryan loses this fight, we're not gonna hear from him. I don't believe that, but
wow.
But I can understand what he means by hardcore boxing is not wanting to believe in him and his skill. But it's not fair, because then how great do you view Haney? Because if you view him great and he's beating a guy, he's fighting a great,
Well, it's because Haney started fighting better fighters right off the bat, don't you think?
What off the bat? What you mean off the bat? No.
No. You say no. What do you mean?
He had half of his career was in Mexico.
Half?
Oh yeah, well not like as in
first what 14 fights?
ESPN, once he got into like box and stuff. Like then he started fighting really good fighters.
You right there, Claymore. You can go check it out. He got 30-something fights, bro.
Right. So okay, I see.
I'm pretty sure 15 of them shits was fucking in Mexico, bro.
Okay. All right, but out of those 15 that was here, right? Who did he fight?
What, the 15 ones that we know about?
Yeah, that was here. The ones that we know about that were here.
I don't even know 15 of his opponents. I'll tell you the ones I do know, though.
Yeah, give me the ones you know.
All right. I started knowing his opponents after Antonio, the last knockout that he got, Antonio Moran.
Moran? Okay.
I knew Moran. Obviously, I knew Gamboa. I obviously knew Linares. I obviously knew Jojo Diaz. I also, after Jojo Diaz, he fought, who did he fight after Jojo?
Wasn't it Linares?
Nah, Linares was after. He did Linares first. Jojo. Then from Jojo, he went to Cambosis. Right?
Campbell, no?
No, he didn't do Campbell. No, he went for Cambosis 2 times, and then he went to Loma. So that's like 7, 8 names right there.
Right.
That's not 15 names. Those are the ones you know, right?
Yeah, but that's more than Ryan, don't you think?
Right.
Like,
but we're not comparing Ryan. You compared Devin to everybody that Shakur and Shakur and Teo has those resumes that you like. Damn, they got a little bit of fights to have the amount of competition, and they always fighting guys with winning records. Some undefeated guys. You gotta look through their box recs. Look through their box recs really thoroughly. You tell me who got hitters.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd have to look into it more thoroughly. I don't want to comment on like I have, but I'm going to say that just those 7 fighters that you mentioned, when it comes to Ryan Garcia, there's no competition. Ryan's only fought outside of Gervonta, Tank Davis, who he fought,
Luke Campbell, and then you got to give Fortuna. Javier Fortuna was
out of here, man. He was collecting some money, bro. He knew what he was. He went to 142. He wasn't.
But that fight that he had with Jojo wasn't like a landslide. Like Jojo didn't beat his ass, man, and it was close.
I mean, but it's rounds. The rounds.
But what I'm saying, it was a close fight. It could have been Devin Haney fighting him instead of Jojo.
Fighting Luke.
Fighting Javier Fortuna.
Fortuna.
Yeah.
Okay.
If Fortuna won, which was a close fight, he would have fought him instead of Jojo.
Right.
So I mean, that's great competition. I mean, no matter how. I mean, I know Fortuna was always out of shape and shit like that, but we gotta stop. We do that to the certain fighters we talk about, because like if you look at a Devin Haney and Gamboa, what kind of Gamboa that was?
It was still Gamboa. Fortuna just not
him, you pick and choose who you want to depending on the fighter.
I'm just being honest.
No,
man.
I'm being honest. I'm being honest.
You think that's the same level? A Gamboa and a Fortuna?
Nah, I like Gamboa. I think Gamboa's a better, but Gamboa's more accomplished. Like I'm big on Gamboa, but what the hell do I know?
He's a silver medalist, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Gamboa. Yeah, Gamboa was silver. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gamboa was silver. Yeah. But nevertheless, like it's I like the thing about what people don't understand. I like Devin Haney. I just don't I don't care to pay for every single fight. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't I'm one of the ones too, right? Like the Ryan Garcia and Tank fight. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. We it was crazy. We in the house, we streaming it, right? And as soon as the shit goes off, we turn it back on and the fight's over. Yeah, it was bad. But I knew what the outcome was. I knew that outcome. There's no way, we gonna pay for a fight almost $100 and I know the outcome to it. It's too much. That's just too much for me. And if if the undercard sucks too, you don't got the bread you don't got my bread.
Yeah. That's what's hard about big fights.
Cause I watch boxing every weekend, bro. You know how many fights that I pay for that nobody wants to pay for?
Right. I agree with
that we all think it's a good fight and then it's not.
What do you think about the Anthony Joshua and the other guy,
Francis Ngannou?
Yeah.
El Predator.
My thoughts on that fight, I'm mixy and matchy because I'm not naive to know what type of heart that Anthony Joshua brings to the table. I know what type of heart he brings to the table. I think he's one of those ones that if I'm used to being the stronger guy, but once I get somebody that's equally as strong or just at the level of my strongness, I can't take what I give. I can't take what I give, and that's how. And he can box too. Anthony Joshua can box too, but you know what? We can't go out here and say that a fighter can trump that because we've seen that in before. Why you think that I'm so high on Subde Matias? Because I know that he gonna trump a lot of boxers, and I'm a boxer. Like if anybody sees me, I'm a counter puncher. Like you be like, oh Mills, I'll be throwing up some clips. Don't worry, I'll be throwing up some shit. But for real, anything can happen in that. And I think Dewey said the same thing. I think he said that my dog can hit and he can get hit. He can take the hit. And that's huge in boxing.
Francis got that dog in him, that willpower and that will he brings that drove him to getting to where he's from to this space. Yeah. Plays in the heavyweight division, that counts for a lot, man. Other divisions, like the skill set is more, but in the heavyweight division, that fighter gets a lot. Look what Deontay Wilder was able to do as a fighter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How he was able to just stop so many people that were supposedly better boxers than him. So I think the fight's going to be a super competitive fight. I think if Francis Ngannou wins this fight, bro, oh my God, bro, this dude's going to be fighting for the undisputed championship of the world, bro. Crazy. Listen, dude. Bro, he's fighting for the undisputed?
In just 2 fights?
Man, bro, that is something that's crazy. So I think it's gonna be a great fight, though, man. I wonder how he's gonna attack it, because I wonder how Anthony feels about it. Does he feel like
he's gonna move up from number 10 to number 2?
Yeah. I don't know how good that is or bad that is, bro. I think it's amazing to watch. To be able to be like, I watch that would be kind of crazy.
I like it, and I think it's fair for this reason, right? Everybody say that boxing's not fighting the best. Well, you know what? He did. So give him his props and rank him where he deserves to be ranked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one thing I always fight for Francis to say that. Like, nah, man, don't say that, bro. Don't tell me Tyson Fury didn't train. Don't tell me he wasn't ready. I ain't trying to hear that, bro. That man came a long way to fight the best in the world, the lineal champion of the world, bro. And he sat him on his pockets, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't trip him. He didn't fall by accident. He hit that boy top of his head, and that boy said, "Give me a minute, bro. Give me at least 8. You heard? Give me 8. Yeah. Give me 8. I'll be ready in 8." You know what I'm saying? Give me 8. That's something you got to give him his props for that. Don't dismiss his accomplishment. And if he beats Anthony Joshua, what if he like, oh my God, I don't even want to go into it. Like if he was asleep him, or if he was like to make it to where he can't get up for the 10. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Especially after dropping him, I think that just built his confidence so crazy. You know, I can't imagine.
Yeah, bro. Proud of him. Definitely gonna watch that fight. Who's gonna win? I don't know, bro. I gotta go with Anthony Joshua just off the strength of his resume and his experience. But I am no way in the world counting out Francis Ngannou.
I know one thing though. This is one thing I'm not gonna miss out on. I'm definitely putting money on at least a sit down on Anthony. I think Anthony gonna sit down at least one time though.
Right. You think so? That's crazy.
I'm gonna put something on that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't put it on the Fury fight, so I felt like I messed out on it.
I know you guys haven't seen this fight. I'm kind of a UFC fan. I think it will kind of be like Yoel Romero versus Paulo Costa when they first fought each other.
Yeah, I saw that fight.
2 big dogs, and they just both drop each other. It was crazy.
Fact.
But that's gonna take Anthony Joshua being real active. But I'm a big UFC fan too. I saw that. I remember that fight. I remember that was a good fight. Yeah, that was a good fight.
Okay. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that shit was a war, so I feel like it's gonna be something like that. They're both gonna get exhausted, you know.
Yeah, you're hoping, because Anthony, I'm telling you right now, Francis is down. We know Francis is down. We know what he's willing to do. Is Anthony willing to do the same? I don't know. He might be. Him and Davis right now, Ben Davis. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the team right there. Ben feel like that about him. You know what I mean? Ben feel like, nah, bro. You kind of nice, man. You should be steamrolling these dudes. Could we see Anthony Joshua who fought Dylan White? Could we see Anthony Joshua? You know what I'm saying? Could we see that dog up in there who's just like, nah, you're not going to do that to me. I'm going to do that to you. We'll find out, man. March 8th. It's going to be a great night.
Absolutely. I can't wait to get him back on so I can ask him, do you think Ngannou can beat Jared Anderson right now.
Jared is a dog, though. I just want Jared his head to be in the game. That's it. I want Jared's head to be in the game, man. I don't want him. I don't like to hear, I don't even want this. I didn't want this. Everybody wanted this for me, and you know what I mean. I don't like that look on him, man. It just makes me feel some kind of way when I've seen that video. Every time I watch him and that conversation he had with Roy Jones, I'm like, bro, what is this dude talking about right now, man? You know the camera's on you, right? Like, come on, man. Don't talk like that. I didn't like it.
Yeah, it should turn into a therapy session real quick.
Yeah, bro. I want to hear like, yo, you want to, break records. You can't wait to fight. Who you trying to fight next, man? Come on, man. What's up? You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? Everybody got they is betting on you to be like the savior of the heavyweight division, bro. Talk like it.
Facts. Fellas, closing arguments, man. We had a great session today, man.
Yeah. For me, listen, boxing first, guys. You know it's gonna be the same for me every single time, man. Love boxing. Love the boxers last. Love boxing first. The boxers fighting each other is what makes us love this sport, man. The best fighting the best, man. Don't ever talk yourself out of a good fight. A lot of conversations happening on these content spaces talking about why fighters don't need to fight, and we don't hear enough about why fighters need to fight, bro. We're the fans. You gotta say, bro, you're your own matchmaker, bro. Who you want to see the guy you love fight? You know what I mean? I want to see Terrence fight Canelo. What up? And I'm out.
I need to see Terrence fight. I need to see Terrence fight Ennis, and I need to see David fight Canelo, and I need to see Shakur fight Tank. I need to see Subir Matias fight Devin Haney, or Devin Haney fight Teo.
Right. Or Subir fight Teo too, man.
Teo and Haney a bigger fight, but Subir, my boy, I want him to get the payday.
Okay, for sure.
Clarify
Shout out to all those fighters, man. Those are all great fights, man. God willing, inshallah, we see them all, baby. Yeah.
Nice. Good one.
Salute, fellas. Appreciate you guys for tapping in.
Did he say Ryan for the win? Did he say Ryan for the win?
No.
I thought you said that.
He switched it.
I knew you was going for Ryan, bro. He got that golden boy smile. He got that golden boy smile, bro. I knew it.
He like. I'm a Mill City boxer. I know he's gonna go against Devin. You see? Don't be looking at the comments, dog. Don't be looking at the comments. We keeping 100 over here.
He said Ryan for the win and threw the one up. I'm out.
He's like, what? Who's Ryan? Nah, man.
No, it's all good, bro. I don't know if I heard you. Probably didn't say that. I'm just controversy. I'm stirring the pot, bro. Mill will tell you, I'm stirring the pot. That's what I'm here to do.
It's cool.
Great show, fellas. Appreciate y'all time.
So, guys, peace.
Yeah, right.
God bless, and on to the next, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody on the YouTube channel, make sure you guys please smash the like button. Hit the 3 dots into the corner. You'll get to the like button, and become a member of the show. It's pinned into the comments. Salute to everybody in the chat, all the members. Appreciate y'all. And we'll probably be back with another one. Not sure. But who knows? Back tomorrow at 12 for sure, though. God bless, and on to the next.